wait is over. No matter the team, the sport, or the season, doesn't even matter what the weather is, there's always that game that is circled on the calendar that moment the schedule comes out. And for the Lopes and their fans, it is this back-to-back matchup with the Aggies that they've been waiting for all season long. Because as history suggests, well, the WAC runs through New Mexico State. Kate Longworth welcoming you here to the Lopes pregame show, coming at you live here inside GCU Arena, the show driven by Nissan, coming at you here on Fox 10 Extra. And as mentioned, this really is as big as it gets as the Lopes go up against the Aggies. And really, it might be coming at the right time for GCU. After all, they're off to a perfect 4-0 start in conference play. That is the best record in the WAC. But the Aggies, well, this is their first conference matchup. That's right. They've only played one Division I opponent so far this season due to COVID complications. In fact, they've only had 4 games so far this season. So this seems like a perfect time to bring in the rest of our broadcasting crew to try and, I don't know, some knowledge on this situation, guys. Barry Boutel, Scott Williams, welcome you guys into the show now. And guys, we know what New Mexico State brings to basketball, brings to the WAC. And it's kind of, though, a mystery what this specific team does because due to the pandemic, they just haven't got a lot of playing time. But it's still the Aggies. You can't overlook that.
Yeah, you cannot deny the 31-game winning streak in conference play for the New Mexico State Aggies. A team that, as you mentioned, has only played 4 games, one of them against a Division I opponent in Cal State Northridge. We thought perhaps Jabari Rice, Clayton Henry might be banged up, but they're warming up here on the court.
They were warming up and they were looking athletic.
Yeah, they were looking very athletic. There you see it, 3-1 this season, 1 game since December 28th. It's going to be a cat and mouse game early on. That is the words of head coach Bryce Drew and what we're going to see early on, at least against these Aggies. Are they going to be rusty or are they going to be filled with a ton of energy? We shall see, but we know one guy that is going to be tall to the task, and that's the big man, Asborn Midgard.
Midgard has been playing really big around the basket. I love the way he uses his size so well, leading the nation in field goal percentage by getting high-quality shots, establishing his position early, putting smaller, lighter defenders in the torture chamber, and just having his way with them, shooting 75% in the nation for the season and 76% in WAC play.
So they're going to go high-low and the guard play. Javon Blackshear Jr. also going to be key tonight against the Aggies, the leader in assists and steals.
Javon Blackshear Jr. is going to be key because he's got to take care of the basketball, get his outside shots to keep the defense from packing inside, and be able to drive and then penetrate and pitch. He's going to be a big and take care of the ball as well because there's nobody better in the Western Athletic Conference than these Aggies at getting steals and getting points the other direction.
Depth, certainly a huge positive for GCU under the Bryce Drew era. One guy coming off the bench, 21 rebounds total the last 2 games, and that's Gabe McLaughlin.
McLaughlin, 39 rebounds in the Western Athletic Conference. He's been a force, leading the team 9.7 a game. I love the way he's being very athletic, aggressive, taking the ball to the basket. He used to settle for outside shots early in the season. Now he realizes he's too big, too strong, too fast for these Western Athletic players, and he is just taking advantage.
9 rebounds in that first game against Dixie State. They had picked up another 12 in that second game. Coming off the bench, Gabe McLaughlin. Well, there's no doubt about it. 14-2 overall in the D1 era are the Aggies over GCU. This is definitely tipping in huge favor for the Aggies. They lead it, as you see it right there in WAC play. They have won the last 8 meetings. That's the longest streak in the series. GCU's 2 wins have come at home in 2016 and 2017. That's right, it was almost 4 years. It was February 11th, 2017. This team's dominated not only the Lopes, but they've dominated the entire conference. They were 16-0 before they shut it down last year.
Yeah, they're on a roll, no doubt about it, but I like the way this Bryce Drew team is playing basketball right now. They have a togetherness, they have a spirit, they have a confidence. They know they can beat them at home. They have to go out and show it tonight.
Well, that'll set the scene. We'll send it back down to you, Kate.
Well, guys, I know that when you look at the numbers of this matchup, it might be a little lopsided, and obviously teams can have in-state rivals and such like that. But when you look at WAC play, I think for GCU, the Aggies have kind of become like a rivalry matchup. So I wanted to turn it to both of you guys to just get your thoughts. Scott, first, for players, even though you have to take every game, you know, not think of the opponent per se and just take it one step at a time. But are they a little more amped for a game like this and Barry around campus? Is there just a different feeling when New Mexico State is in town?
Most definitely, Kate. The faculty, the alumni, the student body, everyone's got this one circled right for as soon as the season comes out. So you feel a little buzz on campus. There's a little extra in practice. There's a little more motivation to get up for this one and have your best performance of the year, especially defending your own home floor.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The Lopes have been beaten badly by the Aggies. 3 of their lowest scoring outputs have been against New Mexico State. But make no mistake, the Lopes are the team that have faced these Aggies in the last 2 conference title games. They are the team that, no doubt, I'm sure the Aggies get very amped up to face as well.
Yeah, and you know, the Aggies obviously is trying to stay healthy, but they've also had a lot of time to prepare specifically for the Lopes, while the Lopes have been playing all the other conference opponents. So it'll be exciting how this one all plays out tonight. Thank you, guys. And to get the game plan for tonight's action, well, we're going to go straight to the source. We're going to find out what the Lopes have in store for us tonight right after this when Barry sits down and goes one-on-one with head coach Bryce Drew. It's all coming up as the Lopes pregame show driven by Nissan continues right after this.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit GCU.
Lopes pregame show driven by Nissan, and we know you're ready, dialed in for tonight against New Mexico State, and this matchup's so exciting. We're going to give it to you tomorrow once again here on Fox 10 Extra. I'll get you started at 6:30 with a 7 p.m. tip, and GCU is off to its best start through 13 games since the 2015-16 season. So after this clashing in the WAC, well, they'll hit the road and head to UT Rio Grande Valley next Friday and Saturday. But for tonight's game plan against the Aggies, we throw it over to Barry, who caught up this afternoon with Bryce Drew.
Thanks, Kate. And Coach, I see you're adorned with some sweet-looking sneakers. What's the reason behind that?
You know, it's a special week for college basketball. It's Coaches for Cancer week, and you know, I think, you know, probably everyone listening has been affected, you know, by cancer. I know myself and my family has. And so it's a great way to raise awareness, raise support. And this kind of leads into some charitable, you know, golf outings, different things in the summer that they do to raise money to help cancer research. Fantastic.
That's great. The entire staff will be adorned with that look here tonight. You're coming in, riding a 6-game winning streak, 4-0, atop the Western Athletic Conference, 10-3, and you're taking on the defending WAC champions, a team that comes in just 3-1, based on some huge hits that they've taken due to the COVID that we're all dealing with. What are you expecting from the Aggies here tonight?
Well,
do you know?
Well, you know they're going to be good. They're going to be prepared.
Yeah.
It's just so strange playing our first home conference game almost in February, and playing against a team that hasn't even played a conference game yet. So it just adds to the wildness, you know, of this year. And And, they've had some injuries, so, we don't know who all is gonna play for them tonight exactly. And we know some things they do, but they've been preparing basically 3 weeks for us. So, I'm sure they have stuff they've been practicing that we have not seen on film before.
Well, you know who you're going to put on the floor, and let's begin with the big man. Ashbourne Midgard continues to put up double-digit scoring marks at Dixie State. He had the double-double, 16 and 10, and followed that up with the 16 and 9.
Still playing great basketball for us, and he needs to. When he signed to come here, we thought that he could be a big presence in our conference, and so far he's really started out and played well. And what we've enjoyed is he plays within the team concept. He moves the ball, he doesn't take bad shots. He's such a great team player. By him being a great team player, more seems to come back to him. And, we're going to need a big game from him tonight, as well as many others.
Yeah, he's made 11 straight shots, Ashbourne Midgard. Rebounding was a big factor against New Mexico State. It was something that you and your staff attacked this year. You're a plus 12.2, I believe, in the turnover, the rebounding margin. You've out-rebounded the opponents in each of your games this season. Obviously, you got to out-rebound these Aggies because they've been out-rebounding the Lopes for a while.
It's going to be a battle on the boards tonight. This is what they do really, really well. They out-rebounded WAC teams by 9+ last year. And, for us, this has been a big priority, getting Gabe McLaughlin, Asbjorn Midgard, having them in the middle has really helped our rebounding. But tonight's going to be, the biggest test we've had all year. This is what they do really well, and this is what we have done well up to this point. So there's going to be a lot of boxing out and a lot of physicality going on in the paint tonight.
Well, a guy that was driving in the paint, when it's great to see, albeit he's wearing a little bit of a mask, a protective mask, is Mikey Dixon. 17 points at Dixie State in that one game. What are you seeing from him?
Well, the good thing is Mikey gets the mask off tonight. So no mask for Mikey. He's been wanting to get it off for a long time, but he played so well. He shot the ball well, drove to the basket and finished well. When he's played well, especially in stretches in that second half, he's really given our team big lifts. And as we get into conference play and we play against the reigning champion tonight, we're going to need Mikey Dixon as a senior to step up and continue to play well.
What's been great is the depth that you have on the bench as well to roll out here, especially against the Aggies. A disruptor defensively, Chance McMillan, coming off the bench at 11 points in 18 minutes against Dixie State.
And Chance is going to get more opportunities. Jaden Stone suffered an injury, so he's going to be out for a little bit. And so this will be more opportunity for Chance to step in and get quality minutes. And, really pleased with his progress and how he played on the road this last weekend. And hopefully he can continue that momentum tonight defensively, but also shooting the basketball.
On your media call this week, you mentioned something interesting. You said you anticipate probably early on a little bit of cat and mouse game with head coach Chris Jans and New Mexico State because, you're a first-year head coach and you really don't have a lot to work with the Aggies as far as what they're going to show you.
No, and they have a lot of different lineups they can throw out, and that's why it'll be interesting. They can play three bigs. They can go small ball with basically 4 perimeter players, and so they have a lot of options. And they haven't really had their full team except for one game, so we just don't know exactly what lineups they're gonna put out there. They just had an LSU transfer, just got eligible. So again, a lot of players to prepare for. So we'll kind of have to get a feel for what lineups they start putting out on the court.
All right, always an intense energy, albeit the crowd a little bit diminished from what is normally seen here at GCU Arena. But good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, head coach Bryce Drew. We'll send it back over to you, Kate.
Thank you, guys. We're looking forward to it. And, of course, the Havocs, who are safely in the house tonight following all safety protocols. They're ready for tonight's matchup with the Aggies. And I don't know, I'm just going to call it a perfect 10. That's right. We're talking Javon Blacksher Jr. when we come back here on the Lopes Pregame Show.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies. all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show, driven by Nissan. We're getting you set for tip between GCU and New Mexico State in the house in front of a limited capacity here. The Havocs are here, and it's going to be an exciting game, we know, and there's also a chance for you Lopes fans who are able to watch the game with us on Fox 10 Extra to have some food with your game. That's right. There is still time for you to get pizza for the game tonight. Make your Lopes basketball game day complete with Barro's Pizza, proud partner of GCU. It's award-winning pizza, wings, and other things. It's also a favorite for our very own Scott Williams. So visit barrospizza.com to order your food online or find a location near you. Well, he's only a sophomore, but on the court, he plays with the poise of a pro. We're talking about Javon Blacksher Jr., and really he started grabbing attention here in Arizona when for 4 straight years he made it to the state title with Shadow Mountain High School. Then here in his freshman year with GCU, he was named the WAC Freshman Player of the Year. And as he sits down with Lopes insider Paul Coro, we find out really the sky's the limit for number 10.
Crafted, sneaking into crack. Oh, picked off! Blacksher off the glass!
3, 2, 1. He's got to put it up. He does. And it's good.
Really nice job.
Javon, most people that watch GCU basketball know you as Javon, but around here and everybody close to you knows you as Nuna. Where does that come from?
My godparents, when I was younger, they just called me Nuna Head. So when I made my social media, probably 2011, made Nuna Head. Then as years went on, we got a little publicity from our high school, and people stuck with it and called me that. So that's what I run with now.
Now you came here for Midnight Madness when you were in 8th grade, and that's when your dad said that he wanted you to come here. What do you remember about that night?
It was exciting, very loud. I didn't know too much about GCU at the moment. They was recruiting J.J. Rhymes. So that was my former teammate. So I knew they had a good environment here, and I wasn't getting recruited at that time. So I was just waiting for my turn, and I ended up here.
And then you kept coming back to more Midnight Madnesses after that, right?
I got some invites, so it was a great experience the first time. So it was no point of not coming. So I went to a few more, and yeah.
What did your dad like about it so much? What did he see in it as a fit for you?
We're a big family and we love family, so I think really because it was close to the coaches, the environment. Oscar was here. We knew Oscar from back home, so it just felt good.
Did that make you feel instantly a little bit more comfortable here because everything was so familiar about it once you started playing and going to school here?
Yeah, and then like I said, as I started to get recruited by GCU, the coaching staff then I was familiar with because it was recruiting my teammates, so I was seeing them, talk to them, had conversations, so it just kind of made it easy.
This year it looks like you really have developed your perimeter shot. How much time did you spend on the off season, and did you change anything with it?
A lot. Spent a lot of time in the gym shooting. I'm working on putting more arc on my shot, shooting with more confidence, and just trusting every shot is going to go in.
You got so many minutes as a freshman, unusual, but you were able to do things most freshmen can't do. Where did that put you at for this season coming in?
It did me real well. Like you said, I was playing lots of minutes, so it was either I was going to get in there and not do nothing or get in there and contribute. So I tried to contribute, learn as much as possible. We had a point guard last year who was older. He didn't get to play, but I learned a lot from him. He was a good, fast, crafty point guard, so I learned a lot from him, and then it just helped me.
And now you got a couple point guards as coaches, Jamal Walker and Bryce Drew. How does that help you inform the way you're playing this year?
This year with those coaching staffs, they're with point guards, so they know the spots that I need to get to or things I need to work on or what they see defensively, all that type of stuff, so it seems a little easier.
I think what always amazes us when we're watching Javon is just his maturity out on the court. A very fun player to watch, and you can tell he has a lot of respect from his teammates as well. And someone who has my respect, well, I'll tell you what, it's interim vice president of athletics, Jamie Boggs, always going above and beyond her job and Call of Duty, but especially this year with the pandemic. We'll get more details right after this.
I'm personal injury attorney James Bergener. Accidents can happen. If something happens to you or your family, call me. My firm and I will take you by the hand and guide you through everything. You see, personal injuries are just that. They're personal. You're not a number. You're more than just a name. This is your life. At my firm, each case is professionally and personally tailored to you. So if you've been injured, I've got your back. Call me now for a free consultation.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
This is what Division I college basketball is all about. Matchups like this, and not only tonight, but you get back-to-back here on Fox 10 Extra as the Lopes go up against defending WAC champ in the Aggies. We're excited for tip-off tonight, and helping get me ready for tonight's action is interim Vice President of Athletics, Jamie Boggs, joining me right now. One of the busiest gals on campus, that's for sure. You always are busy, and then especially right now during a COVID era. We'll get to more on that. But first, let's talk about the exciting news with 2021. WAC starting it all off with a bang with adding 5 new members to the conference. How did this all come about, and what does it mean? How does this strengthen the competition?
Yeah, well, over the last few years, expansion has been a big priority for our conference, but really the focus was more on long-term sustainability. With conference realignment, we did have some members that chose to move on to other conferences, and so it really became a priority. And President Mueller came up with a Division II strategy where we would target some of the Division II programs who were very strong, had committed presidents, and also just the resources and facilities to be competitive at the Division I level. And so we targeted those institutions, and from that we were able to get Dixie State, Tarleton State, and Cal Baptist, and that really laid the groundwork for us to be able to target these other institutions. And so with the addition of these 5 great institutions, it really impacted us immediately. We went from focusing on long-term sustainability to really focusing on being a premier mid-major conference, and so that's what this expansion does for us immediately.
I mean, and it means so much for athletics across the board. I mean, really every sport here on GCU University campus is going to be affected by this move. It's elevating the competition, but man, does it mean something for the basketball landscape as well. And I think you really see it tonight when we're talking about New Mexico State in the house tonight against GCU. A lot of times in the conference and in that tournament, it comes down to these 2 schools. So it'll be exciting to see how this plays out. But specifically when you look at GCU this year, for both the men and women, they both have new coaches under Bryce Drew and Molly Miller, and both off to fantastic starts. What have you seen from these new coaches and what they've brought to the respective programs?
Yeah, really great starts for both programs. Our men starting off 10-3 and undefeated in conference right now, with really a big jump in RPI or net rankings out to 130. And if you think about it, this has been a really quick turnaround. We went from where we were last year this year, and Coach Drew has only been here for not even a year yet, to put that in perspective. And what I've seen from them is a really good recruiting strategy. Coach Drew is a relentless recruiter, and he also brought in a coaching staff full of relentless recruiters as well. So they've done a great job. They have a recruiting strategy and a plan. They know how to win at the to win championships. They know how to win at the national level, and we're very confident they're going to take us there. Molly Miller is the same. She was one of the most winningest coaches in all of NCAA, and right now we're 9-3 9-3 overall and 1-1 in conference. We haven't been able to get all of our games in for conference, unfortunately, but she's done an unbelievable job. A very brilliant basketball mind, which is what I think is so great about her. She's also very charismatic, and she just has a vision for the program, and her vision is to take us to win championships at the conference and at the national level. And again, we are so excited about where they're both going to take us.
Yeah, it's incredible how both teams, the players, have really responded to these new coaches, especially during these challenging times. And I think you're probably hoping for the same out on the baseball diamond. Yeah. It's crazy that baseball is almost here, just a couple weeks before we'll see Coach Stankiewicz's team out against Missouri to open things on February 19th. We're excited to have Coach here tomorrow, but can you just shed a little light on what you're expecting for the season ahead? I mean, it looks like Andy's got a great lineup to send up against some pretty fierce opponents.
Yeah. We have very high expectations for our baseball program. Andy and the baseball program really went to a great start last year with a great top 25 opening series win over against Oklahoma State. And we unfortunately had to stop, of course, because of COVID. And this year he's done the same thing, a really competitive schedule. We open up with a SEC Missouri team, very tough schedule, and then followed up with Oregon State, who is a baseball powerhouse. So he's very aggressive with his scheduling, but he's done a tremendous job with the baseball program. And you can also see that in his recruiting as well. Some very great recruiting classes. In the last 5 years, he's had 3 top nationally ranked recruiting classes, and including some top 25 classes. And for this year, we're really excited about the freshmen that he's brought in. We've had 18 of the top WAC freshmen were just named, and 10 of those belong to the Grand Canyon. So he's going to do a fantastic job. Really excited about it.
That's great, and we're excited to have some of those games right here on Fox 10 Extra against the Arizona schools in April, and we'll of course be here next month. And then also we want to talk a little bit about women's soccer. Finally getting the green light to have their season. They also have a new head coach. What's been going on with Coach Sissel and how he's been able to handle the pandemic, limited time practice, and then finally being able to get his team out on the field?
Coach Sissel barely stepped foot on campus before we had to halt all athletic activities. But what I love about him is that he just is not a no excuses kind of person. So usually the soccer coaches get the spring and they get the summer to kind of build that program and build the culture. He didn't get that time, but when he has in his mind that he wants to build a strong culture, he's going to do it, and he's done a phenomenal job. Very much a strong family culture within his program. Also continues to recruit. He's also a very strong recruiter, brought in some top kids into our program who were just named preseason WAC team. And so he's done a phenomenal job. Again, a no excuses guy, and he's going to do a great job for the women's soccer program.
Well, we're very excited for women's soccer, baseball, and so many other sports finally getting underway during this crazy COVID era. And thank you so much, Jamie, for being here with us. So much goes on behind the scenes here for GCU Athletics, and it all starts with you. So continue to stay safe and get the job done. And also looking to get the job done, well, the Havocs, yeah, they're in the house playing it safe here as they try and cheer on the Lopes. But the Lopes going after the W tonight. What will the Aggies have in store? We haven't really seen this year, but time will tell. We'll be right back with more Lopes Pregame Show right after this.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Well, this month, number 4, Oscar Freyer celebrated his birthday and then followed team tradition. In practice, following his birthday, he had to make a half-court shot. If he made it, like he did, well, he gets to pick which meal will be catered to the team. And he picked the Cheesecake Factory, so dinner and dessert for the Lopes. That dessert, though, only comes with a big win tonight, right? We'll see if the Lopes can get it done. Lopes Aggies coming your way right after this quick break. We'll be right back.
Got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
Live from the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to the campus of Grand Canyon University as Talking Stick Resort presents the 10-3 GCU Lopes against the 3-1 New Mexico State Aggies. Good evening and welcome to GCU basketball. Alongside three-time NBA champion Scott Williams, I'm Barry Butel. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Well, this matchup is always highly anticipated, but we don't know quite what to expect. The 3-1 Aggies, dealing with a number of COVID issues, come into this game facing only one D1 opponent. This is their first Western Athletic Conference matchup, while the Lopes are riding a 6-game winning streak, and they're off to a 4-0 start in the conference.
The Lopes are hot right now. They absolutely coming off their best win in WAC play ever, thrubbing at Dixie State. Really just got off to a good start, finished the half strong, started the second half really well. Everybody played well. The big guy in the middle has been a real force.
Yeah, let's talk about the big man in the middle, Ashbourne Midgard.
Midgard has been really doing a good job establishing some position early. The teammates really looking for him, finding him down low, getting him in position, and he's shooting a very high percentage, obviously 75%, number one in the nation, 76% in WAC play. Oh, and he's also shooting 82% from the free throw line. Really picked his game up.
We're going to highlight for the Aggies, Evan Gilliard, the second, leading in assists and steals.
You got steals. That's it. He is a thief in a pair of shorts. So you got to watch him every time he's out on the floor. Don't turn your back on him because he's always looking to jump in those passing lanes.
All right, the Aggies will have Jabari Rice and Clayton Henry in the starting lineup. We're about to get it all started. Let's send it down to the public address announcer, Paul Denuser, with our opening prayer.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the beautiful GCU Arena for tonight's Western Athletic Conference men's basketball matchup and Disney night featuring the Aggies of New Mexico State University and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise if you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by Luke Light, a freshman majoring in business, finance, and economics, and a GCU cheerleader.
Bow your heads with me. Dear God, thank you for everything you give us, this court to play on. God, thank you for these teams and coaches. We pray for protection for both players, coaches, and fans tonight. Let it be done in your glory, and it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Luke.
The New Mexico State Aggies coming in with a record of 3-1. Their head coach is Chris Jans. He's in his fourth season at the helm. 3 straight WAC regular season titles, as well as a pair of WAC tourney titles. Here is Chris Jans starting 5, brought to you by Talking Stick Resort. Evan Gilliard, Clayton Henry, Jabari Rice, Johnny McCants, and Wilfred Lakai.
Yeah, let's keep our eye on Jabari Rice, a 6'4", 185-pound junior from H-Town. He's coming back from a foot injury, suffered back on December 1st. In that game, he had 15 points, but we hadn't seen him in almost 7 weeks, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of mobility and how many minutes he'll be able to stay out there on that floor.
So Rice and Henry in boots, but they're out and in the starting lineup. Time to introduce you to GCU. Here is the Talking Stick Resort starting lineup for head coach Bryce Drew, Javon Blackshirt Jr., Mikey Dixon, Oscar Freyer, Alessandro Labor, and Asbjorn Midgård.
Yeah, Oscar Freyer, I'll tell you what, this guy needs to do a little bit of everything tonight. Got to be athletic. Second in the team in steals, second in assists. They got to have a good performance.
The Lopes 10-3, 4-0 in the conference. Winners of 6 straight. The assistant coaches Jamal Walker, Ed Schilling, and Casey Shaw. Director of player development is Ryan Lightfoot. Director of recruiting is AC Moikobu. Director of video operations is Peyton Prudhomme. Strength and conditioning coach is Jordan Jackson. And the athletic trainer is Jordy Hackett. Here are the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game.
Yeah, small thing to a giant. These Lopes have to play big tonight. Labor and Midgård combining to 27.9 points per game, nearly 15 rebounds a game. And McLaughlin off that pine, 9.7 rebounds. He's got to be huge. And security. Take care of that ball tonight. Get quality looks by making the extra pass. This Aggies' #1 defense field goal percentage in the nation at 36%. So Lopes have to be patient offensively, and this is us. Barry, if not now, then when? I mean, it is time. It's Lopes way or it's no way. Buy into this Bryce Drew theme of togetherness. Go out there and do it as one.
'31-game winning streak in the conference regular season for New Mexico State, the longest in conference history. Jams 86-18 at New Mexico State. In his career, 107-30. Lopes in black, the Aggies in white. The officials are David Hall, Vern Harris, and Mike Reed.
I like those black cuties. They look tough. They look mean and nasty, ready to get down and get to business.
I think we're all ready for the first of back-to-backs. We'll be with you again tomorrow night, same time, same channel. Midgård and McCants. Lopes, bring it up. Blackshirt. Far side, Freyer. Back over near side. Blackshirt looks inside, no. Labor puts it on the floor, then he dishes to Dixon, top of the key, back to Labor, open look, 3. No.
Like that though, they got a good quality look. I'd rather see them go inside, try to pound it in low the first possession, but a 3-point shot for Labor, nobody on him. Take that all night.
Gilliard down to McCants, guarded by Labor, trying to back in, now all the way over. Gilliard, 3, good.
Well, we know he can make the outside shot. He had a shot at the buzzer from about half court with 3.8 seconds left to go in the halftime. So his range is unlimited.
Freyer inside, Labor. Labor in the paint, over to Midgård. Little floater up over the rim.
Oh, I love that. 14 feet of fun right there. Bigs working real well together. Block-to-block passing. I like Midgård on that right block, Labor on that left block. Those guys get it done.
Mackay over to the far side. Finally, Gilliard picks it up. McCants over there to screen. Blackshirt ran around it. Mackay, he looks for 3. He hits it.
Well, we're watching these guys warm up. Not any of their 3-point shots were going in, and then they come out and hit their first 2 to start this ball game. 6-2 advantage.
Blackshirt looked left, right, comes back to Midgård. Labor was all alone for a moment. Freyer goes right, open look, Dixon, in and out.
Oh, halfway down and out. They're going to get Labor coming over the back, trying to get that offensive rebound. You're right, Midgård got that ball. He was double teamed. And it was Labor was open on the right block, similar to the play before, but because the double team was on him so tightly, he couldn't find the open guy. Really good Aggies defense to start this ball game.
They've stifled the Lopes previous meetings. Henry, near side, bounce pass, McCants turns to the bucket. Labor with a hand and a body on him. Kick back over, we've seen the look. Henry put it on the floor. Rice, Gilliard, back over to McCants. McCants driving, Stop there, loses the ball. Turnover.
A wonderful defense. It was a shot clock violation, but I don't understand why they stopped the fast break. They had a little mini break going there where the ball was already been secured, and they were on their way down the floor when the referees stopped the action. It was a break for the Aggies to be able to get back now and reset their defense, which we already have said, number one in the nation at 36%. They're very stingy.
Official warning the GCU bench. I think they agreed with your assessment. Frayer for three. In and out. Aggies with a hot hand beyond the arc. Gilliard far side now to McCants. Midguard on him. Other side. Henry all the way back over. Lakai puts it up again. Man, oh man.
Well, we can see right now, Lakai is looking to launch from long distance, and he's got Labor on him. Labor can go out there and guard him. He showed the ability to go out there and play on the perimeter. I just think that right now, they just don't have much of a stat report on some of these Aggies players, and they're taking advantage early. 3 3-pointers to start the game.
He's got 29% from the arc for the season. From the arc, and 3 for 3 tonight.
Go figure, right? Rivalry games.
Yep.
In their first WAC game, and they're on the road playing a live arena. They're handling the pressure well. Just that outside shot, though, we can't.
Bring it up, Dixon. Stops, rolls in, big round. Oh, left hand off the window. How about that?
It almost looked like his hip went out on him. I don't know exactly what happened, but Goofy footed that one up off the glass. Left foot, left hand.
Gilliard left. Driving, back over. Long distance again. That one doesn't go for Lakai. Rebound those picked up by Clayton Henry.
Big concern by Bryce Drew was giving up those offensive rebounds and second chance points. Got to keep those Aggies off that glass. Limit them to one shot and let them be done with it. Oh, there's a steal.
Picked off by McCants. Off the glass.
Coach Drew wants that timeout. He needed that timeout. 13-4 disadvantage. Lope's not looking real good offensively and defensively. They're getting that work.
Timeout on the floor. The Aggies behind 3 threes. Lead it 13-4 early on.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
GCU basketball is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Herff Jones. By your side. By Community Tire Pros, serving Arizona since 1945. And by Talking Stick Resort. Play in style. Barry Butel, Scott Williams here at GCU Arena. We'll send it down to the third member of our broadcast team, Kate Longworth.
Thank you, guys. Well, we knew coming into this game with very limited action for the Aggies so far due to the COVID era, it would be a game of what Coach Drew called a game of cat and mouse. And we're kind of seeing how that's playing out right now as the Lopes are trying to get a feel for this Aggie squad. Due to COVID, as mentioned, the Aggies have spent a lot of time actually here in Arizona. They're only 3-1 on the season. This is their first conference game. They've only played one game since December 28th. Only one opponent was a Division I opponent. Now they can practice in Las Cruces, but it's been a lot for this Aggies team to go through. But guys, that could have also helped them. They've spent a lot of time together, away from their family, friends, in close quarters. Not good for COVID. However, it could be good for chemistry.
Yeah, that is a long time away from home. I wanted to put one of these trips around the world. I was gone for 30 days. That seemed like forever. I can imagine being gone for 2 months. Right now, Lopes got to do a better job, though. They got to get higher quality shots inside, and they got to get on the glass. They're getting beat on the glass, 5-1 right now. Every one of those Aggies players has a rebound.
The start looks like the Aggies have spent 3 weeks preparing for this matchup. Loose ball on the errant three-point attempt by Blackshear.
Yeah, McLaughlin almost got that offensive rebound. He's my X factor in this basketball game, that energy off the bench and those offensive boards that he can get those extra possessions.
Henry playing catch with Gilliard. He throws up the three. Looks short from the rim. Rebound. Midgard able to climb above the other.
Yeah, gave the Aggies a different look that time. They went to a zone defense out of that timeout, confused them. They got the outside shot, but they've kind of gone cold. They've missed a couple of those outside shots, so hopefully Lopes can take advantage now and try to get something inside here.
Gabe McLaughlin, Chance McMillan in the game. Along with Sean Miller-Moore, top of the key, kick back out Blackshear. He drives into the paint, floater, off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Donnie Tillman.
Tillman's been a beast on those boards, averaging 9.7 rebounds per game, and lead the team in scoring. He loses his starting job to a couple guys coming back from injury. This is a solid squad. He's averaging 15 points a game, by the way.
Yeah, by the way. C.J. Roberts.
There's that zone defense, again, kind of a 1-3 matchup zone defense.
Off the mark, into the hands of McMillan. He brings it up.
Got to take advantage of some of these misses by the Aggies.
In the points. Driving. Sean Miller-Moore. Kick back out. Gabe McLaughlin left-handed in.
Extra pass. Very unselfish. Senior gives it over to McLaughlin. Always headed to the basket. Anytime the ball gets in that painted area, that's where he's supposed to go. He lives around that rim.
Roberts to Gilliard. Over to Lakai.
The zone's looking a lot better than it was the first time we saw it a few games back. Players understand their responsibilities. They're keeping their hands up and active in the passing lanes, making it real tough on this Aggies offense.
Way off the ball.
Yeah, that's another shot clock violation. So give the Lopes credit there defensively. This one more time here. So little pressure, get that ball down around that free throw line, and then so smart there by the Pac-12 experience there. Gets it over to McLaughlin, he flips it in the basket. So gotta get back-to-back buckets inside, which once was a 13-4 disadvantage. All of a sudden now you cut it down to 5 and be very manageable from there.
Jason King checks in for the Aggies. Sean Miller-Moore, eyed by King. These are for Blackshear.
Midgard had a guy right on his back end throwing the ball.
Chance McMillan.
Wow, you got Chance McMillan. He's going to get some more opportunities in this game. A little freshman stepping up big in a rivalry game. Love to see that. Get out there at the point of attack defensively. He's got some boxing.
Wicked pass down low.
Travel. Oh, they called it. Here goes Bryce Drew. Got all up in the referee's shirt there. He couldn't make the call, but nice job by Midgard. What a pass. But Midgard recovered quickly, cut off the baseline, forced the extra step.
Chance fired up.
Seems like the Lopes are settling down now, both offensively and defensively.
Millen. There by Rice. Trying to peel away. Step back out. McLaughlin quickly to Blackshear. Up top of the key. Over to McLaughlin. He hands it back over. Down low. Midgard. Got it to McMillan, or McLaughlin rather.
That was a good low to high pass. Yep. McLaughlin going down that lane once again, but it just got a shot block.
Canst. He'll throw up the three. Off the mark. Rebound. Pulled down by Rice, but he got a hand in the face.
Yeah, I think it was Midgard kind of trying to get back out of position. That ball, long shot, produced a long rebound. Was back over, and Midgard trying to recover. Back doesn't really see the Aggies player back there, and just one of those accidental contact and got the whistle. Midgard's going to have to come out. Is that Midgard's second? No, I guess it was Labor that got one early. Labor back in there. Gofflin, McMillan, and Oscar Ferrer. I like that lineup. Mikey Dixon giving Blackshear a little rest.
Maybe McMillan on the court.
I don't see Blackshear come out very often. I mean, that's the confidence that Bryce Drew has Chance McMillan.
King in the corner, McCants. McLaughlin's on him. Tried to drive baseline, stopped.
They double dribbled.
Lost the handle. Out of bounds. This is getting a little bit more disruptive.
Shoot it into the back of the backboard, into the stanchion? Is that what happened? Or did it get...
No, I think it got knocked. It came down and on the end line.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I thought there was 4 seconds left on the shot clock. I wasn't sure, quite sure what happened. Now, and then here's another chance now to cut this thing 5.
And Dixon trying to get away from Roberts. Finally does. Dixon puts it all. 6-0 run.
I'm sorry, Barry. Mike Dixon is really looking to drive that ball below the free throw line. He's found something that's working for him out there on the road, and he's bringing it back home and using it to his advantage.
Aggies scoring drought over 4 minutes. Up high, Labor got a hand on it. So the lead is now just 3 for the Aggies after the Lopes have opened up a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Back in the great state of Arizona, there's probably no more picturesque locations than Sedona. Look at that.
That's beautiful right there. That's God's country.
Welcome back. We bring you to downtown Phoenix. And for every 3-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will make a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. How about this number, Scott, in the paint? 8-4, the Lopes over the Aggies here early on. Those three threes they hit beyond the arc definitely were huge buckets early on here, but the Lopes are doing some damage in the paint.
Yeah, no, that's the difference in the game. Those extra 3 points from those 3-point shots, but you're right. That's where the Lopes got to live. They got to keep driving that ball. It doesn't always have to be Midgard, Labor, and McLaughlin. It can be, Chance McMillan or Mikey Dixon or one Blackshirt Jr. driving that ball down in that painted area there, getting those good looks, maybe even drawing some fouls, getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, the Aggies started 3 for 3 beyond the arc. Since then, 0 for 6.
Well, I talked about how good this Aggies defense is. Well, the GCU defense is a top 10 defense in the nation as well. They've come out in this little matchup zone defense and it's really thrown the Aggies off their game.
Henry, 0 for 7 now beyond the arc of the Aggies. McMillan takes it from Frayer. Far side.
Holy walk, got away with that one.
Careful. Oh, lost the handle. Behind the back, brings it up, Tillman. Fouled there by Dixon.
Actually, a good foul because Tillman's getting ready to go in there and jam that one. But yeah, that offensive possession there, that little exchange between McMillan and Labor just looked awkward right from the very beginning. It looked like Chance McMillan had walked, and then the the handoff was not executed well. And you've got to have precision against this Aggies. They are long, they are athletic, and they are cat quick. Any loose ball opportunity, they jump on it. You know how they say those 50-50 balls? It's 60-40. You're playing against the Aggies.
Yeah. So Chance McMillan's going to take a seat. Javon Blackshirt back in the game. Midgard also in for McLaughlin. How did they thread the deal there?
How did they get that ball through there? That is tremendous. Give that coaching staff, was it Coach Jans? Give that man a lot of credit. That was one of the best well-executed baseline out of bounds plays I've seen in a long time. Just slipped it right in there to Tillman.
Back every way. Chance. No motioning for Gilliard to come out.
Yeah, that's a floor general right there. He wants that ball in his hands. He's like, we haven't scored in a while. We don't get something good here.
Gilliard trying to take it all the way. Back in. McCants battling. Left hand doesn't go.
I think they got a late whistle, but the correct call. McCants got hammered. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Midgard or... Yep. Yeah, Midgard looked like he got him down. That's going to be Midgard's second. Can't have that big guy get a third. He's got to go spend some time on the pine. But it was almost like Gilliard just threw that ball high up off the backboard intentionally. So his two white jerseys on the other side can go just play bully ball and go up on there and just go get that basketball. You see the number for McCants, 11.5 points per game, 8.3 rebounds per game. That one rattled that one in. It's a long scoring drought there for New Mexico State. They must have got at least 5 minutes there without getting a field goal or a free throw. That's a man's beard right there.
That's a strong effort.
We had a little 2-week break, and I kind of let my growth go out there. It wouldn't look like it's like razor stubble. How do these guys, especially these college kids, get these full-on, Grady Sanford-style beards? Uh-oh.
Reach in there. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, Gilliard, even on that rebound, the Lopes flat-footed. I mean, Gilliard came in, poked it away. It did go out of bounds, but Lopes got to start playing on their toes. The Aggies are relentless.
Kind of the tough thing, you had those back-to-back games, Friday, Saturday at Dixie State, and it's been a long time since they've been back on the floor. I mean, a long layoff between games. You didn't normally have that. You have a Thursday and then a Saturday, and you come back and you play another game on maybe on a Wednesday or Thursday again. Having these extra long layoffs between games, having to get these back-to-backs, the team came out a little rusty.
Blackshirt goes right. Dixon puts it down. Back on to Blackshirt. Tried to go inside, but read there perfectly by Johnny McCants.
Yeah, McCants just worked to the outside, Laver's body, and poked that one away.
Frayer, Blackshirt, Laver don't have a point yet. In the corner, Rice off the mark. Loose ball. Picked up by, Blackshirt.
Was that Tillman? Tillman comes right over Blackshirt. Thank goodness. Kind of low bridged him, but Tillman being so athletic, he able to get his hands down, not falling on his shoulder or his neck. Just a second team foul on New Mexico State. 10 minutes left to go. Lopes will have to take it side of the bounds.
In the ballgame for the Aggies, number 22,
inbound right in front of the bench. The plus 12.2 rebounding margin, leading the nation.
Yeah, that's
rebounded every opponent's game.
Yeah, and that's going to be the big one tonight. And that'll be a key tonight. If they don't win that rebounding battle tonight, they don't know if they'll win it. Mikey Dixon! Mikey Dixon's having himself a basketball game. That's what you need. They need that senior leadership, stepping up in big moments. It's got a 1-point disadvantage. Lopes have clawed themselves back into this from a 9-point disadvantage. Aaron pass. I don't know who he was throwing that.
I think he was trying to find McCants. Frayer. Lopes trying to take the lead. Midgard, he lost the handle.
Ball bounced out of bounds. I didn't see Midgard lose too many of those. He's got really good hands. Laver put a little extra air under that ball, and Midgard just couldn't get it into his mitts. He got it on his fingertips. He just couldn't get it into the palm of his hands. Slipped out, and Lopes will have to regroup. This zone defense has been working for him. I like them staying in his zone defense. And first of all, maybe he'll protect some of the guys from getting some extra personal fouls, because they picked up a couple early, and we want to avoid Midgard getting another one.
Gilliard, bounce pass quickly. Henry into McCants, back out to Gilliard. Back to McCants. He put it up. Tried to. Frayer got a hand on it.
Yeah, Frayer came back out of position there. It was a beautiful dish by Gilliard. He drops it off beautifully, draws the big guy, and only thing that Frayer could do was foul to prevent that two-hand stuff.
Back to the line for Johnny McCants.
Jan thought he had himself an easy two. He's like, I don't want to go back to the line and try to make two the hard way. Went 1 for 1 last time. Gets this one, front end of this one go down.
McLaughlin in from midguard. Sean Miller-Moore is checking in for Frere.
McLaughlin's got kind of that Patrick Mahomes hairstyle now.
He's a high fade?
Yeah, he's got it really tight on the sides there. Must be thinking he's going to get the State Farm discount or something.
Cans perfect. 3-point lead. Hilliard really active.
It's full court press now after the made free throw. Well, these Aggies, they're a tough bunch. Coach Chance asking for any quarters, giving none.
Lecture, Sean Miller-Moore. They play catch. Down in the corner, Dixon. Oh, he hesitated. Does he hit it? No.
No, but we got to put a foul underneath. A little too aggressive there, I think. Yeah, I think it was Henry down there trying to battle with Laver. Giving up a lot of pounds, a lot of inches. He said, no way. We're going to have to take this one out on the baseline.
Jan's working the officials over there.
Oh, he'll be coming through. He'll be sweating through that polo by the end of the night for sure.
Into Laver, left hand off the window.
Well, give credit to Coach Drew and his baseline out of bound preparation. That was great execution. Got himself a high quality bucket.
Near side, Rise, kick back to Gilliard. Gilliard to Henry, looking inside, McCants. Back out, Jabari Royce, in and out. But underneath, McCants off the window.
Got to put a body on McCants. He's starting to go to work in there. You get a couple buckets from the free throw line, and now all of a sudden that you start tasting that offense. You want to get some more of that. He just goes and cleans it up off the glass.
Laver for three.
Oh, all knotted up at 18. Laver's back-to-back hoops, once inside with the left, and he steps out behind that arc and knocks down the triple.
We're tied up, under 8 to go, opening half. Racing a 9-point deficit. McCants looks for three. Big equalizer coming back after the three by Laver.
Hot. Well, I was going to say, if he hits that, I'll eat my stat sheet. I'm glad I didn't say that because this kid right now has got it dialed in. Inside, dunks, slams, free throw, three-point shots. Have himself a basketball game. And he's battling down there on the block.
Laver bustling underneath.
Just pulled the chair out from underneath him. Laver lost his balance and commits the turnover.
Timeout on the floor, 7:22 to go. 21-18, the big three by McCants puts the Aggies back up by 3. But Mikey Dixon has countered with a big 3. He's got 7 points early on in this game here at GCU Arena.
Playing big in big-time moment. I love the way Mikey Dixon's approached this basketball game. He's using his length on defense, but more importantly, when the team was struggling to score, he stepped up and provided an offensive boost. Getting the aggressive, putting the ball on the floor, dribbling it below that free throw line, got himself a nice little floater in there around the basket. Now all of a sudden you step back outside behind the arc, you knock down the outside shot.
Yeah, no doubt. Take a look.
Yeah, this is beautiful right here. I mean, just getting that ball out of that trap, being aggressive now that you got the defense at a disadvantage and you float one in. And I love this one right here. Hard to the basket once again, a little goofy footed, maybe a little extra luck on that one, but you'll take it. And then this one right here. Get yourself on balance early, shooters, all you young shooters out there. When your ball finds you, then you're ready to stroke it.
Lopes 4 of their last 4. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, tonight when you're dialed into our broadcast, you'll also have to take a look at the coaches' kicks tonight. That's right, because for over 25 years, the coaches have been doing different things to symbolize how they are against cancer. The Coaches versus Cancer program is in collaboration with the National Association of Basketball, and it just unites coaches and fans, anyone really, everyone who's been touched by cancer some way in their family or friends circle, and coaches just kind of go out there to try and raise awareness with the special shoes on this week. You may even notice for different basketball teams, you'll see coaches with their masks also uniting now during this time just to raise that awareness and help those who are fighting a battle with a horrific disease.
Great to see it. Great that the coaches of both teams are supporting kicks.
Yeah, I like those almost like zebra stripe looking kicks with Nikes are pretty sweet.
Nothing like your Converse, but I mean, back in the day.
Yeah, 35 years ago, the old Converse weapons. Choose your weapon. They had the big ad campaign with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. That was the hot shoe back in the day, man. That was before Air Jordans.
Rice. Sean Miller Moore got a hand on it. No bucket.
On the drive, I think that's going to be the fifth, maybe the sixth team foul. So Aggies will be in the bonus for the next 7-10, while they have only committed 3 team fouls. So the Loop's got to do a good job of trying to return the favor on those Aggies and start making them commit some fouls as well.
Back to Rice, Gilliard in the corner, looking for 3. In and out, pulled down by Sean Miller Moore, leaves it for Blackshirt.
We've seen a number of balls on both sides go deep into that rim and come back out.
Here we go. Chance McMillan with that extra step.
Son, you got to be tighter with the basketball. That's a couple turnovers now here in the first half.
Can't do it.
You can't do that in big games against a tough opponent like this. I don't want to be aggressive, but ball security is most important.
Under 7 to go, opening half. Lead remains 3 for the Aggies. McCon, near side, King, bounce pass.
Gabe McLaughlin, 2 in the back. Going to send him to the free throw line.
Unforced errors here.
Yeah, that's especially tough coming out of that timeout. You know, you talk about what you want to do. You want to go out and execute. You turn the ball over. And you commit 2 fouls. And now you're sitting to the free throw line, which is when you were narrowing that, that deficit. Had got it tied at 18. Now they're going. They knocked down 3. McCants knocks down a 3. Now he goes back to the line for a couple more free throws.
3 of 4 from the line this opening half. McCants. Walk. Weaver. Sean Miller Moore. McMillan. McLaughlin. Drive. Called on McLaughlin.
How was that a late call? I wasn't quite sure which way that one was going to go. It seemed as though the official wasn't 100% sure either. Coach Drew can't believe it. Like, my goodness, he barely touched him. Almost like one of those ones where you just go, okay, you wish the official would say, you know what, I blew it. It's not a charge. It's not a block. We're going to take it side out of bounds. But they never do that. They never want to own up to the fact that they just shouldn't have blown their whistle. They were like, okay, you know what I'd rather do is just call it this way, and then the next time I'll make up for it. I should have been an official. I'd have been a great official. Players would have loved me.
You'd be teeing people up left and right.
That I would, especially the coaches.
The guy.
See, there it is. There's your makeup call. Charge without the basketball. It evens out.
Coat came off after that last call.
Did you see that? He shed that coat. I bet he probably wishes he had a polo on, not that tie around his neck either. He's like, oh, I can't yell at this tie as loud as I want to.
Weaver leads for Sean Miller Moore. The look for McMillan. Bam! Tied up.
I'll tell you what. That's the same kid that had them turnovers. Came back and knocks down the 3. This guy
starting to forget about those turnovers.
Yeah, he reminds me of Dwayne Russell. Even Dwayne Russell had that same sort of attitude. If I make a mistake, I'm going to make up for it. Yep. That's exactly what he just did. Tied at 21.
Roberts, Gilliard, lined by Blackshirt. Driving towards the baseline. Step back. Short. Rebound.
Over the back. I got Tillman coming over the back there on McLaughlin.
Second out, Tillman.
Look at this one more time. That's why I'm talking about. Get yourself back out there. Get yourself on balance. Eyes out the front of that rim and stroke it. Just a back. Never shoot from the front of it.
Lopes from the arc. They started stone cold 0 for 4. Since then, 3 for 3.
Yeah, the Aggies against this zone defense that the Lopes have put on them, they're not doing a very good job. They're just 2 for their last 12 field goal against that zone defense. The Lopes really have been effective switching up the defensive blitz.
Careful. McMillan, short, pulled down. McNair in the game for the Aggies. Their big body. Gilliard. Bounce pass. McNair. Laughing on him. McNair trying to muscle his way.
Too many kilos. It was like a Mack truck against a Volvo that time. Put that big left shoulder on him, just pushed him right up underneath the rim. Easy right hand hook.
6'10", 265, long distance, Laver!
Lead change, Lopes with the first lead of the game. I'll tell you what, that was great. Swung the ball from one side back to the middle, and Laver, who's already stroked the three, nobody's out on him. One of the best big three-point shooters the WAC has ever seen.
King. Kick back out, Lakai, back to King. Gilliard comes over. Gilliard drives, step back, moves left. Switched up, McMillan on him. Driving, trying to. Doesn't go, underneath Lakai. Wow.
They're just crushing him on that offensive glass right now. Driving that ball down there below the free throw line. The bigs have to come over and help. Now there's nobody to put a body on him, and he get the offensive board and the foul. But I love that one right there. Just get it down there low. Was that Blackshear? Right back to his big guy. Knocks it down.
4:16 on the clock, opening half. Laver in the game, 8 points now after he started slow. Hopefully he's starting to ignite. Lakai at the line.
Yeah, we wondered if the Aggies would have some rust. They haven't played a whole lot. They had a game on Monday against that little D2 team, but they hadn't really played a Division I opponent in nearly a month. We thought they'd have some rust, but it was really, they came out on fire, knocking down all those threes, then kind of went into a lull once the Lopes switched the D on them. But it was the Lopes that showed some rust, having not played in a week.
That one doesn't go. Yeah, a little sneak attack. Rice and Henry wearing those boots. Approaching 4 minutes to go, opening half. Frayer back in the game, Dixon in the game. Laver has the last 8 points. That one drops from Mikey Dixon.
Mikey Dixon's feeling it in this first half. Great screen out there on the left side of the floor. Allows Dixon to come back to the middle with his right hand, which is what he prefers. Floats one over the top of the defense.
Dixon with 9. Turnover, out of bounds. Lopes up by 2. So glad you're tuning in. The first of 2, the Lopes and the Aggies.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss, Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side.
Okay, well, welcome back to GCU Arena. Right now, a 2-point game with under 4 to play. GCU on top, and it's not just men's basketball happening this weekend. As you take a look at our USAA athletic calendar, there's a lot happening this weekend. Tomorrow, men's tennis is in action at Utah. Men's and women's swimming and diving also at UCLA. And of course, we're back here with you on Fox 10 Extra for our 6:30 pregame show as the Lopes go up against the Aggies. And on Monday, it's women's tennis at ASU, and Tuesday, men's tennis at University of Arizona. And coming up at the break, well, right after halftime, Coach Drew walks off the court. I'll get some answers for him and his thoughts on what the Lopes have been able to accomplish so far in this first half. Plus, we'll get a little inside inside look at number 10, Javon Blacksher Jr. He's really impressed us, I know, you guys, in the 2 years he's been suited up in the Lopes uniform. And there's a lot that goes into his style of play and how he earns the respect of his teammates. We'll dive into that. That's all coming up with the Lopes halftime show.
Look forward to that. Coming up, 3:40 on the clock. Blacksher.
This is where the Lopes have been good all season long, taking the last 4 minutes and taking the momentum to the locker room.
Oh, Blacksher!
Blacksher Jr., nice job right there. Fake going off the screen, came back away from it, lost the defender, and knocked down the outside shot.
4-point Lopes lead.
He's been really good his last 3 basketball games.
Kick back out. Gilliard. Takes it back from Roberts. Gilliard. 5 on the shot clock. He's going to have to make a move in the corner. Driving baseline. Oh! Drops it in right at the buzzer.
Yeah,
C.J. Roberts.
Lopes did mix up defensively. They had in that zone and came back with a man-to-man. It took the Aggies about all 30 seconds to figure out how to attack it and finally got a bucket inside.
Freyer from the corner. Ba-bam!
Oh, Oscar Freyer. Another big player stepping up in a big-time game. He said he needed to be an all-around player tonight. Can't just be a defender. Got to get some offense out of him, and he loves that corner pocket. 3-point shot.
5 for the last 5 beyond the arc of the Lopes.
They were down 9. Now they've taken a 5-point advantage. They got the momentum firmly on that GCU Lopes bench.
Gilliard looking for room. Stopped by Laver. Loose ball, but Lakai picks it up.
Right place, right time. Ball finds energy. That time Lakai was just barreling his way down to the basket. Ball came right to him, and he knew what to do with it.
Good read by Lakai.
That would have been a huge stop for the Lopes right there. That would have put a lot of pressure on the white shirts.
Laver. Backing in. Turn. Right hand. Crawls up over the rim.
It did crawl. That's the perfect word for it because he shot it a little flat and was almost like the ball said, I'll just do a little pull-up over here, get over the front of the rim. He's got 10 points now on 4 of 6 shooting after a cold start.
Far side, Lakai looking for 3, off the mark.
Oh, he hit a couple from that right side early in his game. That one looked good the whole way from our vantage point up here.
Blacksher, Dixon, inside. McLaughlin turns, pops. Good! Gabe McLaughlin!
Oh my goodness, Gabe McLaughlin. I always say he should never shoot the ball from the outside. He's so good when he's got such live legs going to the basket. That little 14-foot jumper on the baseline found its way down.
Timeout, New Mexico State. Lopes 6 for their last 6. 65% tonight. Shooting.
Yeah, that's been their theme. I mean, they've been doing a great job finishing off the half. But how about Alexander Laver? He's been really good here the second half of this first half. I love that one right there. Just love that little inbound play on the baseline there. And then the pick and the pop behind the 3-point line. Biggs can't get out there and close out on him again one more time. From behind the arc, gets it from his buddy Blacksher Jr. in Kansas. Then he had that little one where he had the left shoulder turn, as you said, crawled up over the front of the rim. And that thing went down as well. So 7-point advantage now for the Lopes. Really have taken the momentum from New Mexico State to start this ball game. And that 1-3 matchup zone defense, you credit that. And also credit the Lopes at getting better looks. Taking care of the basketball, getting better looks at the hoop, and now they're starting to drop for them.
1:15 to go, opening half. The Lopes going to open it up, or the Aggies going to come back and tighten things up.
Went back to a man defense. Let's see what Coach Jans drew up against the man defense, trying to look to get the cans on a little pick and roll here, pick and pop.
Out there for Roberts. Roberts looking to drive. Little floater off the glass. C.J. Roberts looking sharp.
That was impressive. Because it didn't look like he had a very good angle to push that one up off the window, and somehow he threw it a little extra high, a little softer, and it found its way back down through the bottom of the rim.
Lavers inside the arc. Good! Alessandro Laver.
Oh, he's on his fish grease right now. He is really dialed in and knocking down these shots. Aggies don't have a guy out there that can stop him. Trying to play for the last shot of this half. There's about a 3-second differential, shot clock and game clock.
Be careful, Blacksher.
Remember he picked up somebody?
Remy Martin.
Yeah, in Arizona State.
Yeah.
Did that. Looking back at the coach, got his pocket picked.
Gilliard, C.J. Roberts, look out. He's looked sharp in the last charge on C.J. Roberts.
Yeah, McLaughlin, not afraid to give up his body for his teammates. Stepped right in that driving lane. Finally got C.J. Roberts a little out of control. Just 4.5 seconds to shoot. There he is, yeah. A little payback for when McLaughlin got whistled for that offensive foul. He really didn't charge into anybody. So, like I said, these officials figured out how to figure it, even it out.
Frayer puts up the long-range shot off the mark at the buzzer, but the Lopes close it out at the half, leading by 7 after trailing by 9.
Yeah, nice turnaround for the Lopes offensively. Got their offense going, picked it up a little bit on the defense. That 1-3 zone really frustrated the Aggies. They weren't able to find the mark from the outside.
Big turnaround after the Aggies came out on fire. So the Lopes up by 7. We will be back, Kate Longworth, with our halftime festivities after we step aside. Do not go anywhere in this huge Western Athletic Conference matchup between the Lopes and the Aggies.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
Well, before the season even started, and you didn't even know when this matchup would happen, this is one the Lopes and Lopes fans were waiting for. And it has arrived. The Aggies are here for back-to-back games, and right now, GCU with the 7-point advantage. Kate Longworth welcoming you here to the Lopes halftime show. And the Lopes really showing what they have tonight against an opponent they know very little about due to the COVID era. New Mexico State hasn't played a lot of action, but we know, well, the WAC, it always runs through the Aggies. So we'll see how this one plays out. But first, one of the stars of the Lopes who's really been garnering attention here in Arizona for years now, that is Devon Blackshear Jr. For 4 straight years, he led Shadow Mountain High School to the state title. And then here in his first year with the Lopes, he impressed all, garnering the WAC Freshman of the Year honors. And now he's just a sophomore. And as Lopes insider Paul Coro found out, the sky is the limit for number 10.
Crafted, sneaking into crack. Look at this. Picked off! Blackshear off the glass!
3, 2, 1. He's got to put it up. He does. And it's good.
Really nice job.
Javon, most people that watch GCU basketball know you as Javon, but around here and everybody close to you knows you as Nuna. Where does that come from?
My godparents, when I was younger, they just called me Nuna Head. So when I made my social media, probably 2011, made Nuna Head. Then as years went on, we got a little publicity from our high school, and people stuck with it and called me that. So that's what I run with now.
Now you came here for Midnight Madness when you were in 8th grade, and that's when your dad said that he wanted you to come here. What do you remember about that night
It was exciting, very loud. I didn't know too much about GCU at the moment. They was recruiting J.J. Rhymes, so that was my former teammate. So I knew they had a good environment here, and I wasn't getting recruited at that time, so I was just waiting for my turn, and I ended up here.
And then you kept coming back to more Midnight Madnesses after that, right?
I got some invites, so it was a great experience the first time. So it was no point of not coming, so I went to a few more, and yeah.
What did your dad like about it so much? What did he see in it as a fit for you?
One, we're a big family and we love like family, so I think really because it was close. Two, the coaches, the environment. Oscar was here. We knew Oscar from back home, so it just felt good.
Did that make you feel like instantly a little bit more comfortable here because everything was so familiar about it once you started playing and going to school here?
Yeah, and then like I said, as I started to get recruited by GCU, the coaching staff then I was familiar with because it was recruiting my teammates, so I was seeing them, talk to them, had conversations, so it just kind of made it easy.
This year, it looks like you really have developed your perimeter shot. How much time did you spend on the off season, and did you change anything with it?
A lot. Spent a lot of time in the gym shooting. I'm working on putting more arc on my shot, shooting with more confidence, and just trusting every shot is going to go in.
You got so many minutes as a freshman, unusual, but you were able to do things most freshmen can't do. Where did that put you at for this season coming in?
It did me real well. Like you said, I was playing lots of minutes, so it was either I was going to get in there and not do nothing or get in there and contribute. So I tried to contribute, learn as much as possible. We had a point guard last year who was older. He didn't get to play, but I learned a lot from him. He was good, fast, crafty point guard, so I learned a lot from him, and then it just helped me.
And now you got a couple point guards as coaches, Jamal Walker and Bryce Drew. How does that help you inform the way you're playing this year?
This year with those coaching staffs, they're with point guards, so they know the spots that I need to get to or things I need to work on or what they see defensively, all that type of stuff, so it seems a little easier.
All right, well, the good news is that Blackshirt's just a sophomore, so plenty more time to see him in that Lopes uniform right now. He has 6 assists against the Aggies. And great news for Lopes fans. Well, right after this quick commercial break, we come back with Barry and Scott as they recap first half action. The Lopes on top of the Aggies right now, 37-30. We'll be right back.
At Tire Pros, we know your time is valuable.
And spending time with family and friends is what really matters.
Our customers are the core of our business.
That's why we make buying tires and auto service hassle-free.
Our certified technicians will keep your car running smoothly.
So you can spend your time the way that you want.
Find a convenient location near you at TirePros.Arizona.com.
Hassle-free guaranteed.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Back at GCU Arena where the Lopes are on top of the Aggies by 7 at the half. Barry Butel alongside Scott Williams. The Aggies came out storming 13-4. They opened up that lead, 9-point lead, before the Lopes finished out the half on a 16-7 run to advance now to 37-30 at the half. But some guys have erupted. Alessandro Laver came on fire, Dixon McMillan, a number of guys.
Yeah, I had my palms were sweating early on there. They got off to that quick advantage at 13-4. You got a little nervous there. Weren't sure how the Lopes were going to respond, but they responded in a big way. Laver did a fantastic job. but it was Dixon. Dixon was the guy that stepped up offensively at first, started getting more aggressive, putting the ball on the floor, penetrating it down there against that Aggies #1 defense in the country. He wasn't afraid. He went right down to that painted area and got some quick buckets inside, knocked down an outside shot as well. And then McMillan off the bench had a couple turnovers and got a little upset with him, but then he comes back and he knocks down a couple shots. He got 5 points in 8 minutes off that line, 9 bench points, matched the 9 points that Mikey Dixon had in that first half and later. Then he got his stride as well. But 64% shooting in that first half for the Lopes after a cold start. Got to do a better job on the boards and those second chance points. Got to get some offensive rebound, get some second chance points, or you're going to get hurt here in the second half on the glass.
They're moving the ball around, 9 assists to 4 for the Aggies as well. The zone defense was a disruptor after that timeout for Bryce Drew against the Aggies.
Bryce Drew got tired of watching those guys knock down those three-point shots. Got a couple guys that got some foul trouble. He wanted to protect his big guys inside. Went to that zone defense and made all the difference.
All right, we'll step aside. Kate Longworth will be back with more during our halftime festivities here at GCU with the Lopes over the Aggies by 7.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions gift collection.
Now I'm so happy.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
The temperature scanning kiosk from Pacific Office Automation is an easy-to-use, attendant-free device that quickly checks a person's temperature anytime, anywhere. You can now provide peace of mind at schools and universities, grocery stores, restaurants, nursing homes, medical clinics, sporting events, offices, private gatherings, and more. Look to us to help you reduce the risk and be safe. Visit PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Welcome back. It is a close game here at GCU Arena, but right now the advantage goes to the Lopes, up 37-30 over the Aggies here at the first half action. And the Lopes came out hot shooting over 65% with Labor leading the way, 12 points to his name, followed by Mikey Dixon, 9 points, and Chance McMillan. Take a chance on this guy. He's got 5 points right now. Meanwhile, guessing at the break, Coach Drew trying to find a plan for stopping the Cants. How will it all play out in the second half? Well, the good news is you'll find out right here on Fox 10 Extra. We'll be back with second half of this big game between the Lopes and the Aggies right after this.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
At Raising Cane's, we know quality takes time, patience, and the best ingredients, which is why every chicken finger we serve is hand-battered and cooked to order just for you. We never take shortcuts, but that doesn't mean you can't. Introducing an even faster and easier way to order Cane's with our new app. Find your closest restaurant, customize your meal, pay, and schedule pickup. So next time, take it easy and order with the Raising Cane's app.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Talking Stick Resort presents GCU versus New Mexico State, the first of two back-to-back matchups. Here at GCU Arena, the Lopes on top 37-30 over the Aggies. You can see lots of cutouts here, and these are a special group of individuals. They are loyal supporters who took part in the Seats into Scholarships program. They donated at least $100 to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship Program, an initiative that under President Mueller's leadership is transforming our local neighborhood. If you're watching this and want to learn more about this initiative or to support it, please visit giving.gcu.edu. We appreciate all of their support. How about some of those loyal supporters showing up at CAZ Sports Bar tonight for a watch party? Fantastic to see the purple taking over CAZ Sports Bar.
Love it.
And the watch party.
They're having a good time tonight because the Lopes came to play here in this first half.
Dog-eat-dog world in the Western Athletic Conference.
It's good to have some of the crazies back, not the crazies, the Havocs.
Oh yeah.
It's good to have a few of them back in the house tonight.
Some of them might be a little.
Look at the Disney theme night there with Happy and Dopey and Sneezy, Sleepy. Wait, is it Sneezy or Sleepy?
Sneezy?
Yeah, Grumpy, yeah, Sneezy, Grumpy, Doc. These kids, I tell you what, they go all out. I love these college kids.
Labor just 1 point away from moving up to third overall in program history. Great to see that. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, he was about 290, I think, behind Braun for the Division I record for most points scored coming into this one tonight. So he keeps filling it up like this. He might catch him by the end of the season.
Great Bayard Forest as well on the top. So here we go. Buckle up. Henry to inbound at center court. We are underway.
Lopes look like they've gone back to their man-to-man defense to start this second half action.
Henry, McCants, turns, Labor in his face. Kick back out. Gilliard quickly back to McCants. Bounce pass inside. Jabari Rice with a move. And a foul.
That was a next level move right there. He caught that ball, spun so fast. I'm not sure. I think he left Mikey Dixon wondering which way he went. And then Mikey Dixon had to foul him, but didn't foul him hard enough. That concentration after the contact, and he finished it. A little English off the reverse spin move there. That was a thing of beauty.
Rice at the line. 5 of 6 early on. This is his third game this season.
You know, one thing I noticed in that first half, looking at those stats, Lopes did not get to the free throw line in the first half at home. Wow. So they got to do a better job of pounding that ball inside, putting that pressure on the Aggies with those drives like Mikey Dixon had. Maybe Chance McMillan can be a force in there as well. Oh, Frere lost it.
Yep. Very active. Quickly up to Jabari Rice. Off foul travel.
Yeah, he said it now. He kind of had his back to the basket as he was receiving the pass and couldn't get his body and his feet to work together, and took an extra step. Blackshirt Jr., what job he did in that first half as well. 6 assists. For his career high about a year ago is 10. So something to watch as he's closing in on that mark.
Blackshirt. Labor. Tied by Lakai. Kick back out. Frere quickly. Blackshirt puts it on the floor. Foul there by Gilliard.
Yeah, he had to grab Blackshirt Jr. just so quick. Catches that ball in rotation. No hesitation whatsoever. And Gilliard just had to grab him to prevent the easy trip to the basket. They got to get something from Midgard down low.
Yep.
He's got a guy on his back, and they're just a little too timid to throw him the ball.
Just 2 points. Stopping it, popping. Dixon.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. Double figures now in scoring. Now he's got 11 little corner jump shot. He's been working all sides of the floor.
Down inside to Henry.
Frere got caught ball watching, just a simple backdoor cut.
Yep.
That little lefty point guard, so adept at passing that ball. He just threw it right by Dixon's ear hole to the cutting defender, or cutting offensive player there, and he couldn't do anything but foul him at the basket. So back-to-back trips to the free throw line for the Aggies.
First trip to the line for Henry, in and out. 5 for 5 coming in after 2 starts.
In the ballgame for the Aggies, number 2, Tillman.
Tillman checks back in for LeCon.
It's great. You bring your #1 scorer off the bench.
Just underway, second half. Lopes up by 5. Blacksher. By Gilliard. Laver. Back to Midgard. Blacksher puts it on the floor. Backs up. Guarded heavily by McCants down low.
Good job of fronting McCants.
Around to Laver. Laver. Left hand short. Stifling D by the Aggie.
There was good defense. I thought Laver just faded a little too far on that jump hook. Instead of using that right shoulder into the defender, he kind of stepped away from the basket, and that's why he came up short.
You're right, man. They got to free up Midgard. Corey Rice back to McCants, looking for 3. Off the rim. Rebound, Frere.
Nice job, gang rebound. A lot of black shirts down there on that glass.
Near side, Frere puts up for 3. Bam!
Oh, Oscar Frere, 2 3-point shots in this game, and that was a big one right there. He played good defense, got the board, got the quick outlet, then he ran down the floor. He sprinted down that left side, got to his favorite spot for the 3. Yeah, 2 for 4 from behind the arc.
Gilliard and Blacksher.
You got to leave it all on the floor. This is a big game right here. Look at Mikey Dixon diving for the basketball between Moosehead. Gilliard's legs just went right after the ball. There's one more time by Frere. No hesitation whatsoever. Yeah, they had a big game against ASU earlier this year, and he absolutely just did not live up to what he's capable of doing, and he's determined not to have a repeat performance of that in a big basketball game here on his home floor again.
Tillman to Henry, puts it on the floor, driving, nice inside move, doesn't go, but the rebound, oh, that doesn't go. Midgard.
Well, McCants can't believe he missed it.
I can't believe it.
Did his work so early, got on that weak side board, and then just rushed his shot. With Midgard there, maybe he took a
step back, short. Rebound, pulled down by Tillman.
Yeah, Dixon there with a little heat check.
Dixon active. Rice, Frere's on him. Moves around him.
Boy, Rice just so tough. Just
came up.
Yeah, Frere can't get a handle on this kid. He's either backdoored him to death or he showed him that ball with a little pump fake and go and buy him. But another opportunity for Rice to go to the line, shoot some free throws. I won't be surprised that coming out of this, I'm sorry, Barry, either out of these free throws or next time out, maybe the Lopes might go back to that zone defense, give him a different look.
McLaughlin was going over the scorer's table, but
you get yanked back. I always hated that. Gets out there, the coach gets that big hook and says, no, get back over here, son. Not your time just yet.
Because Frere's got 3.
Going small with McMillan.
For Dixon.
For the Lopes, number 2, Chance McMillan.
Dixon's been working hard out there. You know, sometimes you get a couple offensive shots, you get a little extra adrenaline pump, but then it wears you out as well. Maybe a quick blow and getting right back in there again. He's too valuable in this game to be sitting on that pine for too long.
Check that. That was on Midgard. He's got 3. Talk about cat and mouse that Coach Drew talked about. Between the two coaches. Miller, far side, back to Blackshear. Directing traffic. Midgard up high.
Yeah, I like that Horns high set.
Foul.
Blackshear gets tripped, but that Horns high set, they'll roll Midgard and pop Labor, try to go high-low, or then Labor's got the three.
Gilliard called for the foul. Lopes up 42-36. We'll be right back.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss, Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
GCU basketball is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Herff Jones, by your side. By Community Tire Pros, serving Arizona since 1945. And by Talking Stick Resort, play in style. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, inside GCU Arena tonight, it is limited capacity due to, of course, COVID regulations, safety protocols in place. But if you've been wishing upon a star and you can't be here for Disney night with the two Havocs in the house, we want to know that. Let you know, Lopes fans, you can still try the mobile scratchers presented by Easy 1040 on the Lope Nation app for a chance to win a GCU fan pack. It'll make you feel like you're right here with the game. Everyone who plays will automatically be entered to also win a new 55-inch TV or iPad. You can download the app by searching GCU Lopes in your phone's app store, then click Scratchers on the left side of the bar to play, and then we'll keep bringing you the action right here on Fox 10 Extra.
55-inch TV. Download that Lope Nation app. Down to Blackshear, down low. Swarmed there by the Aggies. Kick back out, Labor. Over to Midgard, up over the top. Back to Blackshear, looks for three. Big rebound. Henry's there. He's fouled by Labor.
Wow. A little bit of a ticky-tack foul there. I think he felt the contact. They took a dive. The officials bought what he was selling. Coach Bryce Drew doesn't really think that was much contact either. They get kind of tangled up there. And yeah, I mean, there's some contact. No doubt about it.
Play by Henry. Rice. Quick ball movement. Gilliard. McCants.
I hate when they let him dribble after that. He lost the ball. He picked it up. Not supposed to be able to dribble. He didn't hurt the Lopes that time as Picard grabs another board. He's been so good on that glass. Almost 10 a game in the WAC play.
Haven't been able to feed him for points.
Yeah, they're doing a good job fronting him down there. They're just really working him down there. There's a turnover trying to force one into him.
That time McNair picked it off. Trying to get it down to Midgard. Gilliard. Rice. McCants. McLaughlin's making his way over to the scorer's table. Gilliard looks left.
They need somebody to get on that glass, get some second chance points, maybe run the floor, get some transition buckets. They're just not really getting anything easy here in this half.
In and out on the three. Aggies stone cold from the arc after they hit their first three.
The littlest guy on the floor went down and got on the glass. Everybody pitching in tonight.
Blackshear driving into the paint. Kick back out. Laver for three. No. Big rebound. Freyer came up with it and he's fouled by McCants.
That's what I'm talking about. He got some offensive glass right there. Freyer knife between the right side of the lane here, then just skies for that ball. McCants didn't see him coming. He had parachuted down from the rafters. McCants had no idea he was going to be even in the vicinity and picked up that foul. Is McCants coming out?
Yeah. Midgard went out for McLaughlin. Laver drives, stopping. That's short. A little hesitation.
After a big first half, now Laver has cooled some here in the second, but the entire Lopes team has cooled here in the second half.
Took a little while in the opening half for Laver to get started. Started much the same here in the second. Number 14 early on. And pass by Tillman.
Yeah, that's a little rust there, I think, by the Aggies. They got the ball where they wanted, just a little too much heat on that pass, and the distance was so short. It was hard to catch things coming at you that quick from such a short distance away.
Sean Miller Moore checks in for Freyer. Blacksher drive. Charge on Javon Blacksher Jr.
I missed that one. I saw a good screen up top, and then Blacksher just kind of coming down this lane. You tell me where the charge is.
Wow.
Defender's never set. Doesn't lower his shoulder. Doesn't hit him with a forearm. I don't agree with this one. You tell me where the foul is here. Maybe that left arm came out away from his body somewhat, but certainly didn't come up to his shoulder level. So tough one there. Tough break for the Lopes. They're struggling to get a bucket.
Short on the 3 attempt, trying to get the rebound. Lots of hands up in the air. Quickly up, Laver to Dixon. Dixon.
I was going to say, you're not going to shoot that one 1-on-3 when the Lopes have gone cold. They didn't get some buckets, maybe.
Sean Miller Moore, kick back out.
Okay, too many whistles.
Yeah, let them play.
I like the. Yeah, I'm not saying it's one side or the other. It's just the game was so flowing in the first half. Now the officials have boxed themselves into a corner, calling some of these ticky-tack fouls. And that's the last thing you want in a big game like this. Let the players play, and it'll all work itself out towards the end of the game.
Into Laver. Turns. Big right hand. Oh, rings out. Loose ball. There, tried to grab it.
16 foul here, 13 minutes to go for GCU. New Mexico State, they got 14 fouls. Nobody wants to watch this game with these teams playing from the free throw line.
No.
They want them, getting into the bonus here with 13 minutes to go. I'm not saying that they're not fouls, but I'm just saying that they were the same calls, the same contact in the first half that weren't fouls. And then players got used to playing that way, and now you've mixed it up on them.
Here we go. Laver and Midgard. Laver was called for that. They each have 3 fouls.
He's going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1, and they'll be shooting free throws the rest of this half. Lopes won't be far behind them getting themselves to the line either.
Billiard at the line. His first trip there. Off the mark. Both McLaughlin and Sean Miller Moore run into each other.
Yeah. Shot clock was not reset correctly. It was reset to 30 seconds instead of 20 seconds after the missed free throw, and the officials were jumped right on top and very aware that that was the case. So 4 seconds had come off the shot clock, game clock, so they reset that to 16 now instead of it being at 26.
Under 13, second half.
Yeah, Lopes have gone back to that zone defense. I think we're getting busted up on that man-to-man too much.
Billiard left alone for 3. That doesn't ring true for the Aggies, but Tillman with the rebound. Back to Rice with another attempt. That doesn't go. McNair, the big man, drops it in.
And you give a team 3 opportunities to score, Barry, they're going to score. And that time, what does they call it? And one? Called it on the ground before the shot. McNair going to the line to shoot 1-and-1. So Lopes actually got a break there and not giving up a three-point play opportunity.
Midgard in for Labor.
McNair hasn't been to the line much this season, just 2 from 4. 2 for 4 free throws on the season. So I mean, they got burned last time, not boxing out in front of the one-on-one. It better box out this time, but McNair knocks it down cleanly. Looked like an 80% shooter on that one.
Folks led by 7 at the half. Aggies chipping away.
Chipping away, they're sticking around here. They're not shooting it all that great. Didn't shoot it all that great the first half, but his offensive rebounds, you got a 10-1 offensive rebound advantage. You're going to stay in a lot of basketball games. Just a 4-point lead now for the Lopes.
Dixon drives. Off the glass, doesn't go. Midgard tried to get the rebound, pulled down by the Aggies. Jamari Rice.
Too soft at the rim. Dixon's got to go in there and try to dunk that basketball. There's some contact, but if you go in more aggressive, they're going to give you the whistle. Another offensive rebound.
Another one. And a foul. Lopes played flat-footed.
Flat-footed, not playing big, not getting aggressive, putting the body on people, moving them out away from the basket. That's 9 personal fouls, or 19 fouls rather. And that's just way too many in this basketball game here. We still got 12 minutes and 8 seconds to play. They're going to shoot 2 free throws now. They'll be in the double bonus the rest of this basketball game.
Labor's going to have to check in because Midgard's got 4 personal fouls. Labor's going to come on the court with 3.
Back in the ballgame for the Lopes, number 4, Oscar Freer, 10. Ravon Blackshear Jr., 25. All of Sons for Labor.
Well, one of the keys to the game is playing big. And I don't know, Labor's got some buckets tonight, but has he played as big as he could? Has Midgard played as big as he could? Not the way they have in the previous 4 WAC games. They got to do a better job getting big around that basket.
Check that Midgard on the court. He's got 3.
That time by Labor in the backcourt there. Really played some wood on Blackshear's defender.
McLaughlin has 4 personal fouls.
There's Midgard trying to play big around the basketball. He was not going to be denied. Look at this one more time here. You want to pressure.
We'll take a look at that after we step aside. The Lopes lead is down to 2.
Time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
A great Western Athletic Conference matchup here in the second half of the Lopes up by 2. Gary Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth here at GCU Arena. This series history is, well, the scale is way over in New Mexico State's favor. 15-2, 14-2 in WAC play. Won the last 8. 2 wins have come here at GCU Arena, 2016 and 2017. February 11th. 2017, an 83-71 victory.
Yeah, you see when it's a rivalry game and your point guard is out there getting pressure for 90 feet, you bring your big guy, your 7-footer back and let him set that mean pick there at about half court. You run at full speed and just run your defender right off your big guy. And next time you can bring the ball up the court, he'll be backed up with his head on a swivel looking for that big guy. I mean, Barry, we played what is that, almost 28 minutes of action? Over 28 minutes of action. This is the first trip to the free throw line here for the Lopes. The Midgard, I mean, look at this. He's been shooting at 82% in the whack from the line, so I expect him to make both of these.
Both teams shooting a little bit chilly from the floor. The Lopes 0 for their last 6. While the Aggies 0 for their last 9. And as you commended.
Yeah, a big guy got to get himself going. And there's no better way when you've been struggling offensively, especially when you've been on a tear, you average 17 points a game in the whack. You're slow out of the gate in this one. No better way to get yourself going and get to the free throw line.
Quickly in the corner. Frayer foul, a 3-point attempt.
Well, 0 for the last 9. Ain't hit nothing since early in the basketball game. Just go get a hand on the guy's face. You don't got to block the shot. No need to foul a 3-point shooter. They hadn't really scored any points except for from the free throw line.
That puts the Lopes over the double team foul limit.
They're going to review to see if it's a 2 or a 3.
Take a look at it one more time. Just a swing to the corner. I know you want to recover. He's well behind the arc. But I tell you what, did you see a lot of contact on this one, Barry?
Well, they're smart because
watch him kick his right leg out as Frayer goes by, and he gets just that little kick out there. And that's what they call the contact for it. Coach Bryce Drew is looking like he's got a toothache over there. He's in so much pain watching that ill-advised foul there.
Well, we got to keep an eye on this. Labor 3 fouls, Midgard 3, Frayer 3, McLaughlin 4.
Clayton Henry to shoot 3.
Well, we were bragging that they do have some depth on that GCU bench. So if you got to go down to Zador and some of these other guys that playing some of those games that they had, the fill-in games with Benedictine and Bethesda, where those guys got minutes, they got confidence. They should be able to go out there and produce.
One more for Clayton Henry.
They did give him 3, huh?
Jaden Stone dinged up his knee in practice this week. He's at the end of the bench.
Yeah, he didn't look good. He was on crutches and a nasty-looking brace he had on his left leg, I believe it was.
Out by the Aggies in the face of Labor.
Take a look at this foul trouble there. McLaughlin 4, Labor and McGard and Frayer all with 3.
2-point lead for GCU.
Remember that momentum that Lopes had, the energy in this building? It is gone. Lopes got to get it back.
Oh, up high for Midgard. He puts it in off the window.
Oh, high handoff right there. Nice play designed coming out of that little break. With officials were looking at the monitor. Coach Bryce drew up a nice play.
Gilliard looking for some room. Kicked out, driving baseline. Back out, Henry for 3. Off the mark, rebound. Midgard tried to get a hand on it. Tillman pushed out, Gilliard into his hands. Oh, and down on the floor is Asborn Midgard.
Oh, he had his left hand on his left knee there. Maybe he banged it on the floor. I think that's what he did. I think he banged it on the floor. It's not twisted or torn anything. He just hit it hard on the floor, thank goodness. He's shaking his head like he's all right. He goes down, trying to go back for that ball, then dives for it here. Yeah, it looked like that left knee just kind of went into the ground. Did someone land on him?
Oh, that might. I don't know. He looked like when he pivoted. I don't know if he twisted it a little bit.
Interesting that it doesn't have to come out of the game. They're just slapping fives with guys. Just must have rubbed some dirt on it and keep playing.
Aggies in the second half, 1 of 12 from the field, but 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
They bring Bring 2 of those mops out
That is
there.
the best dressed.
Yeah, I got a wet spot on the floor where Midgard was laying on the floor. That's 300 pounds of. I don't give him 300 pounds. That's my weight. That's 270 pounds there of body mass down there on the floor. You're gonna get 3 or 4 guys out there with mops to clean that up.
Gilliard playing catch. Henry. Oh, Blackshear almost got a hand on it. Tillman back over and drains it.
Another second chance opportunity. They come up with a big 3. Now the Lopes lead has been cut to just a 1-point advantage. And they are not looking too sharp offensively, although they did get the high handoff on the last trip down. Maybe that'd be enough to spark them.
Oh, lucky, fortuitous. Kareem. Lopes ball knocked out. Boy, the Aggies are active defensively. Jabari Rice after the big bucket. Comes back, got a hand on that one. Millen in for Dixon.
They're making this run, too, with McCants on the pine. He's been over there for a while, and I looked at about Coach Jans. He's like, I got a good group out here that are going well, and I'm not going to disrupt it.
Ooh, careful all the way to McMillan. Step back 3. Not there. Nair pulled down the rebound up for Jabari Rice. Quickly, near side, Gilliard. To Henry. Back to Gilliard. Catch. Nair. Quick back out. 8 on the shot clock. Gilliard. 7, 6. Bounce pass in the corner. They're going to have to do something in the corner all alone. Jabari Rice. McNair comes up with the rebound. Midgard's there. He's got to be more active underneath the glass.
Yeah, little McMillan trying to block him out. I'm going to call another foul. Got a nice double team there, and the officials bail him out with another foul there. Trip to the line for 2 shots.
14-1 margin offensive rebounds.
And overall rebounds 30-18, so just getting crushed on the glass. We talked about it at halftime, Barry. Even with that momentum and that advantage, we said was the second chance points and trips to the free throw line. Lopes just have not gotten enough of those opportunities, and seeing New Mexico State steadily coming back.
Sweet play of the half brought to you by Sweet James. Nice alley-oop.
Like that one, like that little pick and roll to the basket. Try to get Midgard going there. Gets that basket, got to the free throw line after that, and got a couple free throws as well. Trying to get that big guy ignited. He's been the best player on this team this year.
Take a look at the Western Athletic Conference standings. Utah Valley victorious. They are now 4-0 as well.
They're doing a good job.
Yeah, you're not
6-6 overall, and had a tough pre-conference season schedule. Now they're starting to find their groove. UTRGV, 8-3, 2-0 in conference.
California Baptist up by 13 over Dixie State. This is the first matchup in the conference for the Aggies. Spent about 2 months at Arizona Grand. They were finally allowed to return to their home state to practice in Las Cruces, but they can't play their games there. They played Western in New Mexico at Utah. Send it down to Kay Longwood.
Well, guys, we know that COVID has had a big effect on New Mexico State when it comes to their schedule, but talking to Coach Drew earlier this week, I had a chance to ask him how COVID's had an impact on his program, and he joked, you never want to see your trainer call you, but all of a sudden now when a trainer texts or calls him and it's just about an injury, that feels like a good thing because you never want to hear that COVID has hit your team. The Lopes obviously have been battling that as well. But then from the flip side, Coach Drew also told me that, by quarantining together as a team and coming together as a team and kind of battling this adversity that the whole nation is facing, the whole world with the pandemic, has also brought his team closer. And perhaps that's why the early chemistry, their strong 4-0 start in WAC play has shown up, because this team has had to face a lot on the outside, and it's proving that helping them be strong on the court as well.
Good point, Kate. Excellent point, because this team really has shown some real early signs of togetherness and the camaraderie, the spirit. They play for one another, and now in a tough one here, they've just lost their lead. It'd be interesting to see if they can, stick together and get that momentum back that they enjoyed the last 5 minutes of the first half.
McMillan over to McLaughlin. Back to McMillan. Aggies all over him. Lopes had out-rebounded every opponent up to this point tonight. The Aggies almost have as many offensive rebounds as the Lopes have total rebounds. Turnaround, McLaughlin. In and out. McCants blocked out mid-guard. Caught up her feet. McCants coming up off the floor. Under 9 to go. Aggies up by 1. Gilliard. Back to McCants. Driving in the paint. Kicks out. Tillman. Short. Rebound. Midguard gets in front of McCants and
you go back to this one more time. McLaughlin gets a nice spin move right down there in the painted area. And it just, we've seen a number of balls on the ad basket go halfway down and they spit back out. And it's just been a tough sledding offensively for this Lopes basketball squad. Well, finally the Lopes now here with 8:35 to go. The next foul on the Aggies will send the Lopes to the line. So the Aggies got to enjoy that for about 7 minutes longer, maybe in counting, than the Lopes did. They just been a little bit more aggressive at getting on the offensive glass and taking the ball to the basket. And those whistles just came too early and too often against the Lopes.
Two bigs on the floor for the Aggies, McNair and McCants. McLaughlin, a little bit of room in the paint. Eye off the glass.
Yeah, remember he settled for that little turnaround jump shot. It squirt back out. This time he said, no way. I'm going to the rack. Gives the Lopes the advantage.
Roberts, floater, drops.
I hope that's down mid-guard.
McMillan. Timeout on the floor. Aggies up by 1. 49-48 after the Lopes led by 7 at the half. Well, in the opening half, Mikey Dixon came on strong. He's looking to perhaps add a spark here in the second because the momentum has definitely swayed back towards New Mexico State.
Yeah, it's been kind of a funny basketball game. It's been a tale of runs, and Aggies had it early, then the Lopes got it towards the end of that second half. Now the Aggies have come back out here and stolen that momentum back here, and can the Lopes find somebody like a Mikey Dixon to get them going? And it's been inconsistent. I think Dixon has been the one that has probably been the most aggressive. He's got 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting, but just 2 points here in the second half. I think we get a nice bump off the bench by McLaughlin, and he's got a bucket inside, being aggressive, gotten some boards. But Mikey Dixon did most of his damage in the first half, and you got to figure out who's going to be the guy in the second half now to kind of get him going here, to get him to that finish line on first on top. But look at those numbers there. He got 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting, got the one assist.
Both teams in their respective huddles. For every 3-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will make a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kay Longworth. So glad you could join us for game 1 of 2 under this new conference setup, under the COVID protocols. We'll be right back with you. Tip tomorrow at 7. Kay will have the pregame show at 6:30. Lopes trying to stay on pace with Utah Valley. They're 4-0. But there it is, 31 straight WAC regular season victories, the longest in WAC history. And the champs are not going to go down without a fight.
No, and it kind of looked like the Lopes was going to be the Lopes night. At half, we were all giddy and kind of doing some dances here to the music. The DJ had this place rocking at halftime, and
Lopes showed up.
The Aggies came out and said, no. We don't go out like that. And with a steady trip, they haven't done it from the field. It's been a steady trip to the free throw line, and they're knocking down their free throw lines, and now they're up by 2 points. Their largest lead here since early in the basketball game.
Blackshear eyed by Gilliard, moves right, far side. Frayer on the floor with 4 personal fouls. Dixon, does he light it up? Not there. McLaughlin tried to get a hand on it. Man, he got crawled up on. Drops into the bucket for Blackshear.
Wow, Blackshear just kind of hanging back around the basket as Dixon went to the hole. The ball squirted off of somebody's ankle right over to him, and he made a beautiful spin and a pump fake. He's got 4 points now and 7 assists.
Tied at 50. McNair, Clayton Henry, bounce pass, McCants, Laver in his face. Looking for Gilliard beyond the arc. Sets the, didn't work, off the mark, left it there though for CJ Roberts. Puts up the 3. Not there.
McCants, so tough on that glass. They had to hold him, and he's going to go to the line. I think he lost a shoe. He shoot on that play. One more time here by Blackshear. Just that little spin move. Knocked it down. And
Interim Vice President of Athletics, Jamie Boggs, on her feet. Pre-game guest this evening.
She was a good interview, wasn't she?
Fantastic. So exciting news just a short while ago with the expansion of the WAC, the news. The 5 teams joining the Western Athletic Conference. 4 of them in the Lone Star State of Texas. Southern Utah University.
You know, I was confused on that last play.
Yeah,
I thought it was
got
McCants that got fouled, but he was the one who committed the foul and sending Blackshear Jr. back to the free throw line to shoot some free throws. I haven't seen the Lopes at the free throw line too often tonight. In fact, was it Midgard? Is he the only other player that shot some free throws tonight?
Again, they go back to the scorers table. Bryce Drew. I think
they're trying to make sure they got the right player at the line.
I think so.
Okay. I don't like to get on the officials, Barry. You know me.
I like them when you don't even really think about the officials in a game.
That's the deal. I don't like too many trips to the monitors. I don't like too many whistles. Just keep it free flowing out there.
I'd like to see the best of the Aggies against the best of the Lopes.
I know that's what the viewers at home want.
Nothing but net.
Cools the other side of the pillow. This kid, WAC Rookie of the Year last year. He's always been confident out there on the floor. He's not afraid of the big moment.
6 for Blackshear.
Well, Lopes had found themselves down 2, and they come back with Blackshear goes with 4 points and puts it back up 2. But boy, before I can even get it out of my mouth, look at that blazing fast drive to the bucket. And spun it up on the reverse.
I hate to say it, but Jabari Rice been chewing up Mikey Dixon on those drives.
He's too good.
Yeah, he is. Laser fast. Blackshear to Laver. Look for Frayer. Now he's got to give it back to Blackshear. Trying to peel away. Dixon wide open. Look for 3. Bam, baby!
Well, Blackshear, he kind of came up hobbling on that one like he got hit in the hip, but he stuck with the play and got it over to Mikey Dixon. We've talked about how good he's been in his game tonight. He's got 14 points now and 6 of 10 shooting.
Five on McLaughlin.
One more time here, Blackshear Jr. I don't know how they left Mikey Dixon. He's been one of the hottest players on the floor all night long. That's just a little rust in the Aggies defense there. You know, hey, Russ, they're the #1 defending team in the country, and somehow they lost Dixon on that one. Then they get a little too, I don't know if McLaughlin gets a little too aggressive down there on that block. That was his 4th personal foul. He's going to have his 5th personal foul, excuse me. He is fouled out now. But he was good when he was out there on that floor. They were a +14 tonight when when McLaughlin was out there on that floor. So he did his job, and hate to see him foul out with just under 6 minutes to play, but
doesn't drop for McCants. Midgard in for McLaughlin. Osborne, can he turn the tide here with under 6 to go? 2-point lead, GCU. Pressure by Gilliard on Fletcher. Near side. Back up top. Labor. Bounce pass. Frayer in the corner. Labor. Over for Dixon. Dixon drives. Steps back. Henry on. Labor. Quickly to Frayer. 5 on the shot clock. 4. Puts it up. Not there. Rebound into Labor's hands. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Well, Labor goes in there. Players in the restricted area. I don't think Labor lowers his shoulder. He certainly initiates the contact, and that's going to be Labor's 4th.
Yep.
See the replay one more time there. I mean, this is one of those plays where it's like, hey, I'm coming to the basket. You're in the restricted area. You're not supposed to be able to take a charge underneath the basket. Sometimes they can say that play starts in the lower box, then that restricted area rule is negated, but you don't see that call very often. I see there's the same call the other way. Oh, they do call it. They do get it. All right. See, that's the right call. I just wish neither one of those were fouls. I wish the one on Labor wasn't a foul, and I wish the one on the Aggies right there wasn't a foul. These kids are too big, too strong, too fast, too talented. Just go out there and let them play. The problem is now I don't know if they can change how they've called it here the rest of this 5 minutes left to go. They have to continue. Yep. Can't change it now.
Tillman's got 4. Labor, Dixon. Dixon. Midgard, Frayer. Back to Dixon.
Dixon's got a little sauce on his game tonight.
Stop, pop. Not there. Midgard's underneath. McCants.
I think that's on McCants trying to battle the big fella underneath there. Midgard doing a nice job using his size around the basket. He's done so well all season long, and certainly in the WAC. Now there's well, this will be 1-1, but they'll be in the double bonus the rest of this half as well as they've. Now the Aggies have 9 team fouls.
Nair in the game with Tillman. 3 on McCants.
You see the big guy shoot 77% from the field and 82% from the line.
Incredible.
Yeah. When's the last time you can point to a guy that's done that? I can't ever, in my 35 years around college basketball, ever remember a guy shoot 77 and 82.
Four-point Lopes lead, 4:39 on the clock. Rolling it up the floor. Now the shot clock starts. Henry, bounce pass. McCants looking to move on Labor. Turning, twisting. Ooh. Close, Gilliard, long distance, in and out. Pulled down by Midgard.
Got to get a good look on this possession right here. Chance to go up by 2.5 possessions, as I like to call it. And you got a 6-point advantage.
Big right hand, and it drops!
Oh my goodness, what a move by the big fella, showing off that fancy footwork. Goes to the other side of the rim and then throws the defender like he was going to pass the ball back out, and then flip that hook up over the top.
Midgard with 14 consecutive field goals. Loose ball, Rice throws it up, but he's fouled by Dixon.
Mikey Dixon has got to get that rebound. Yep. I'm not sure what he's looking at. I didn't know that's a hard one because it doesn't hit the rim, but you got to have that rebound right there. Look at this one more time by Midgard. Puts it in spin move and gets over there and does the laundry.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
GCU on top, 59-53. 3:52 remaining. Well, the Lopes' 2 victories against the Aggies all time have been on this court. One player's been there, Oscar Freyer. Minutes in that game, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Look at that, February 11th, 2017.
Yeah, he had himself one heck of a basketball game. He'd like to get another win here against his rivals. A team that has been a thorn in this Lope side of getting to that big dance in March 2 years in a row.
Got 6 here tonight.
Yeah, a couple big threes tonight. Defensively, can the Lopes figure out how to get stops without fouling and start getting some rebounds? Start letting these Aggies get those second chance opportunities and earn these trips to the free throw line.
A reminder about foul trouble. Lopes have to be careful.
Barry Rice, 80% shooter from the free throw line. Calmly knocks that one down. Those are always tough when fans are going crazy. You're down by 6 points. Trying to get those free throws to go. Of course, you don't have as many fans behind the basket to distract you. It's just
drains them both. Lead is 4 for GCU.
Yeah, the Aggies had a full court pressure.
Oh, putting the heat on again.
Gave it back to Labor. Labor said, I don't want it.
Yeah, you take it. Whoa! Little hesitation. Good move by Blackshirt.
It was crafty, right? Very savvy move by the sophomore. Get the guy coming up. You want to put that much pressure on me? Okay, I'm going to get in front of you and just stop. So you run right up over my back and go and shoot 2 free throws. Like just got in front just enough. And like, now I'm going to stop. You're not going to be able to stop as fast as I can. Come right up over the top of my back.
Somebody's tailgating.
Do you pump the brakes on people? I hate when people do that to me.
I hate it too. Just get out of the lane, man. The left lane's for people that want to move. Don't get me started. Lopes 8 of 8 free throws tonight. Well, haven't been there very often.
Haven't been there enough, right? All their free throws coming here in the second half, but at least they're making them. Holding on to that 6-point advantage. It's funny to see that. I mean, they were up 7 at the half. It seemed like they've been getting outplayed here in the second half. And it's still just a 1-point disadvantage in the half.
Right, side by Freyer. Takes it back from McNair. Look out, stop. At the buzzer.
I don't think he got that off in time.
Wow.
He did not. Officials did not. He did not. I've been going on and on harping about the Aggies defense. I forget, the Lopes are a darn good defensive ball club as well. Holding teams to about 37% shooting on the season. Top 5 in the nation.
Aggies just 4 of 20 field goals in the second half.
Yeah, they've done all their damage at the free throw line. There's a bucket.
Labor. Way to jinx it.
Yeah, he kind of hesitated.
He did.
He caught it and just didn't. He's like, almost forgot he was 10 feet away from the basket. He just turned and shoot it, buddy. Another foul. The way they keep blowing this whistle here in the second half, it's going to be 10 o'clock before we get out of here, Barry.
Goodness.
We get paid by the hour or by the game?
By the game.
Ah, darn it.
Evan Gilliard to shoot 2.
But who doesn't love a game filled with free throws?
Well, it's adding to the drama down the stretch because you know, in the final minute, these referees are going to go, okay, now we're going to put our whistles in our pockets and let the players play. Yeah, I'm sure that they will. I think they're savvy enough to figure out that at some point in time they got to put those whistles away and let the players figure out the final game. But it might work to the Lopes' disadvantage, unfortunately.
That'd be a great rule. In the last minute, you just be all out.
Just send the referees to the locker room. Final minute, right? Street ball.
Under 3 to go. Lead is 5. Blackshirt takes it from Dixon. Timeout.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Drew was out there screaming. He was standing out there about half court trying to get the players into a play, and it was so loud in here, I don't think anybody understood what exactly it was they were going to run. A smart timeout there by the coaching staff, get everybody on the same page.
Great energy, despite the limited attendance due to COVID, all within the CDC guidelines. 61-56. Again, a reminder, Kate Longworth will be back with you right here, 6:30 tomorrow night. Game 2 of this matchup between the Lopes and the Aggies. We hope that you join us again tomorrow night.
It will be as good as it was tonight. I imagine we'll get everybody back tomorrow to come check us out again.
Some great matchups with those two gentlemen against the Aggies. Wayne Russell and Josh Braun. There you see it. 10 extra.
I'll be interested to see now what has Coach with 17 seconds, about 2.5 minutes to play. Where are the Lopes going to go for a bucket right here? They go back inside, or they stick with the hot hand of Mikey Dixon on the perimeter?
Blackshirt wanted Dixon to come out. He takes the handoff. Frayer back to Dixon. 3, got to put it up there. Frayer's got to throw up the 3. Oh, not there. Rebound. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
It looked like I think they're calling Midgard here for a push underneath, and he can't believe it. Tough one. They ISO'd Mikey Dixon on that right side, but he wasn't able to get to the basket, and they showed his length, and they got it over to Frere, who's got a couple threes. Let's look at this one go up one more time. And
oh my!
I mean, I don't know what Midgard's supposed to do on that one. Both of his hands started at his shoulder, and he jumped up and kept the ball high.
I think McCants looked a little surprised, to be honest with you. (22 of 30) now increase that number. The Lopes are 8 of 8 from the free throw line.
30 to 8. Wow.
3-point GCU lead, approaching 2 minutes to go. Frayer, Dixon. Who's going to step up for their respective teams? Laver looking to move, right hand off the glass.
Well, he didn't settle for that little turnaround jump shot. He got to that strong right hand dribble drive there, and like you said, use that glass to soften that ball just enough to make it go down in the bucket.
14 points tonight for Laver, now 3rd all time, and GCU scoring long distance off the mark. Sea of white underneath, peeled back, the reverse doesn't go.
Wow, dodged a bullet on that one. Another offensive rebound for those long athletic Aggies. Just couldn't get that reverse rebound to go back in. We got 1:15 to play here.
Blackshirt stops, Dixon. Up over the top, Midgard. Back to Dixon.
Bucket here is huge.
Midgard on it! No doubt about it!
Midgard, the power move underneath, slammed it home with 2 hands.
Minute to go. 31 game winning streak in conference play. for the Aggies.
Look at this one more time. The last two Lopes buckets. They go right inside. When you need buckets, go to your big, best players on the team. Laver with the strong right-hand hook, and then great feed down low. Midgard takes his time with it, gets on balance, and powers it through the bucket. I like that. Talked about the bigs having to show up and play, and they haven't been solid all night long, but boy, was that two big buckets in a row provided by the 7-footers underneath.
C.J. Roberts checks in for Clayton Henry. 55.5 seconds remain.
Take care of the basketball.
Press is on. Blackshear trying to run through it quickly. Dixon up high. Oscar Breyer!
Oh, that's Sports Center worthy right there. Big bucket. You break the press and you go down and you get Frere with the dunk.
Long distance off the mark.
Yeah, the Aggies have to foul now to stop the clock. Great job that time. I'll tell you what, they looked like they had the Lopes in a bad way in the back court. Double team right there. Ball almost got out of control there, and Midgard keeps his head up. He gets it to Dixon, and Dixon says, I see my man running that left side of that wing, and he is going to power it home. A little post-birthday celebration dunk. Man, perfect pass. Just right up over the top of McCants, who just ducks out of the way like I got no chance of stopping number 4 coming down that left side.
The wheels are definitely up. 8-point lead. Could the 31-game winning streak in conference play be coming to an end? Timeout, Chris Jans and the New Mexico State Aggies.
Well, great job. They fell behind by 2 points, and they didn't splinter. They kept battling. It wasn't pretty at times. They certainly got smashed on the glass, but they kept battling and found a way to get some buckets inside, a couple trips to the free throw line, and all of a sudden the momentum swung back to the Lopes late in this basketball game, and they've been able to hold on.
.9 seconds on the clock.
Well, you know the Aggies got to start thinking about three-point shots.
Yep.
So you don't want to give up an open look from 3. A contested look from 3 is fine. What you don't want to do is foul a three-point shooter. We saw that already earlier in this basketball game. But you also don't want to give up an easy bunny underneath either. Look at this one more time, this dunk. And pay attention to the bench over there. Even James Stone on crutches in a leg brace. He looked like he was doing the Forrest Gump over there and jumping around with Gabe McLaughlin, who fouled out earlier in this game. He was having some fun too.
Gilliard puts it on the floor. He's staying beyond the arc, though. Tapped back in by McCants.
Oh, second chance bucket right there. My goodness, McCants is tough around that basket. Oh, wait, they gave him a three-point shot. Are they saying that was not tapped in?
What?
They gave 3 on the scoreboard there. Officials are getting together. Maybe they're going to let the scorekeepers know it was tapped in by McCants. Because it was 60-68, am I correct?
Yeah.
So they gave him credit for a three-point shot there.
Foul trouble, you mentioned. You don't want to foul, obviously. Foul trouble, Frere 4, Laver's got 4, Midgard has 4, McLaughlin is fouled out. Rice has 4, Tillman has 4 for the Aggies.
Yeah, but with 22 seconds to go, Barry, I don't know if you can really worry about that.
They're going to put their whistles away, you said. So why worry about it?
Right, yeah. But you just got to play. And if you have to prevent somebody from getting an easy opportunity, you go ahead and you take the foul, you make them hurt from the free throw line. You don't want to have to foul. You shouldn't be in a position on defense where you need to foul. But if it comes down to it and the chance of an offensive rebound or something, go ahead and wrap them up. Send a big guy to the free throw line. Drawing up well, looks like the Aggies, obviously, they're going to have to full-court press. And yes, the officials now have changed the scoreboard to reflect that it was tipped in by McCants, and it was 2 points and not a three-pointer by Gilliam.
You think a new crew comes in for tomorrow night's game?
I haven't really paid much. This is our first time doing a home game back-to-back, so I haven't really paid much attention to how they are efficient. First, it traveled right there. Then this ball goes up. Let's see if it was tipped or if it bounced in. It was really hard to see. Can we see that one more? Nah, I guess we'll get ready to play here. Let's go back to the live action. It was close.
It was close. They reviewed it, though.
They must have slowed it down and taken a better look at it than we could see there. It's hard to see if he tipped it in or not. Wait a minute. They're going back to make sure again.
We get a reminder at the conclusion of tonight's game, please.
Well, I couldn't tell. It's too big a play not to make sure you get it right. So they're going to take a third look at it, I guess. Well, can we get another look at it too?
This is exciting.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. Coach Drew, how wet do you think that shirt is there? He's gone to the T-shirt and the dress shirt. So Coach Jans wants 3 points. He does.
You see the official was showing Coach Jans had the open palm and
that he tipped it
like
in. You can see, here's a different angle here. Let's see here.
Might be
both up. He gets his hand caught in the net. I think he got his hand caught in the net. I don't think he ever got to the ball. I'd call it a 3.
Did you know this was a GCU broadcast?
Yeah, I just call him like I see him, Barry. One more time. You tell me if those fingertips touch
angle,
it.
Right?
He tries to go for it, but he just missed it. He whiffed on it.
That's tough. I'd have to agree.
He tries to get it right there. His hand got cut, and I don't think he gets back to the ball. Take care of the ball here. No turnovers.
Over the mid guard. Blackshear. Oh, that was close. C.J. Roberts. Kant's got a foul. Blackshear with 15.3. That's 4 for McCants.
Yeah, and they let 7 seconds come off of that game
clock.
Right? That's a lot of time that came off that game clock trying to get that steal. And you're down by 6 points. You'll need those 7 seconds back.
They didn't want to foul midguard?
They didn't want to foul the 82% 7-foot free throw shooter, which is probably smart. But Blackshirt is, I don't know what his free throw percentage is, but he is money in the clutch. He's knocked down 4 straight. I'll make it 5 straight. You're looking for 6 straight right here, which is kind of weird. He doesn't dribble the ball. He just gets it from the official and shoots it. Now he's got 11 points and 8 assists. Won't get that career high in assists
Here
tonight,
we go, folks. A 31-game winning streak in conference play for New Mexico State is on the line. 4-3 long distance. Not there. Not there for the Lopes underneath. And this game is over. Lopes win. Lopes win.
They came from behind to get this victory. That was a tough victory and a good win. Maybe there's a new sheriff in town.
You know they're not going to go away quietly. They'll be right back, ready to go tomorrow night. There you see it, the 31-game regular season winning streak. They were a perfect 16-0 in conference play a season ago.
Well, that payback's got to feel good for Frere and Laver. Those guys have been owned by this team in the last 8 games, got knocked out of the conference finals 2 years in a row, and 18 and 19, and got to feel good to get one on your home floor. Didn't play a great game, but played well enough to get the W.
Shot 53%, while the Aggies just 31%.
Yeah, their defense was tremendous at times, and what they'll have to shore up for tomorrow is their rebounding. The first time they got beat on the glass, somehow, some way, they managed to come out and get this victory.
37-26, the margin in favor of rebounding for the Aggies. 17 offensive rebounds to just 3 for the Lopes. But they pull out an 8-point victory here at GCU Arena to improve to 5-0 in the conference. Moving ahead of Utah Valley, who won, and they improved to 4-0.
Happy for these guys.
Yep.
Yeah, they had that 3-game losing streak and went on the road, won 1-2, got some momentum, and now they've used that road streak victory to get their 7th win in a row. So playing some good basketball right now.
All right, we'll step aside, be back aboard GCU Arena. The Lopes extend their winning streak to 7 games and are atop the WAC.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
Lopes victorious 70-62 to improve to 5-0 in the Western Athletic Conference and snap that 31-game regular season winning streak for New Mexico State. Let's flash back, shall we, almost 4 years ago. Dwayne Russell stopping and popping. Brandy Glaze, a big left hand. Jared Martin with that stifling defense.
Yeah, block right at the buzzer there. He got that. He jumped up on the scores table, scared us to death.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Sure did. And then the following year, they come right back again. Nice bucket inside there, and got back-to-back W's at home. And the game was on the line. They were able to break that press and got a nice pass over to Frere. So they really got big. I mean, Frere, Laver, and Midgard down the stretch with 3 fantastic baskets to seal the victory.
This one was a difficult one to kind of get a handle on. They came out to a 13-4 lead to the Aggies before the Lopes stormed back. They led by 7 at the half. There was a lot of whistles. It was really hard to try to get a flow on the court in this game.
Yeah, the second half whistles threw, I think, both teams off. Not that they say that, the Lopes were shooting about 60% in that first half. All those whistles kind of got the momentum and rhythm of the game thrown, and they had a tough time finding some baskets. But then they go inside the Laver, and he doesn't settle for a little jump shot. He puts it down on the right hand, gets that little right hand hook to go. They come back to Midgard underneath. He got that big power slam. A lot of trips to the free throw line for Blackshear Jr. He calmly knocked down 6 straight free throws, pretty much iced this game away until Frere had that monster slam there on the alley-oop from Mikey Dixon with the beautiful pass.
Yeah, and speaking of Mikey Dixon, he had 17 at Dixie State against the Trailblazers. He's our Copper State player of the game tonight as well. 14 points.
Well, it's St. John's playing in that big-time conference has really done him justice and well here because he's not afraid of the big moment. He's learned that you can't just always settle for the outside shot. You got to be willing to take the ball to the floor, among the trees, and score buckets inside because that opens you up for the outside shot. Now they're so worried about you driving, all of a sudden you come out and you got nobody around you here and you knock down open shots from the outside. So really a good job by the by the Lopes mixing it up. So the bigs were playing well. They scored 26 and 11 between the two bigs there, Midgard and Laver, and then Mikey Dixon on the outside knocking down shots as well.
There you see our player of the game, 14 points, 6 of 11 from the field. Also those 4 assists and that big one to Oscar Freyer up high with that slam dunk with the exclamation point. Big win, 8 points as the Lopes are victorious here. You talk about the bigs, Laver with 14 points and 3 boards, Midgard with 12 and 8. Wasn't quite the dominating force that he was or has been in the past, but we do want to send it down now towards the court. Kate Longworth.
Thank you so much. And Coach Drew, first of all, congratulations on tonight's victory, keeping the streak alive with your WAC play. What was the key tonight for the Lopes to get that W?
It boiled down to toughness. We made a run, they made a run. They rebounded the basketball extremely well. The last 10 minutes, we were able to get down in the stands, defend much better. They missed some key shots, thankfully, and then we were able to get enough rebounds down there to get the lead and keep it.
And you talk about that, and I think the momentum was going back and forth, but down the stretch, your team got that momentum shift. And how proud are you, or what did you see, the poise in your players? Because you could tell the intensity. You said you felt it, all week long. You know what this program has gone through when they go up against the Aggies. What stood out to you, the way your players were able to handle those final minutes down the stretch?
Well, they're the gold standard of the WAC, what they've done, winning all the championships they have. How many games they've won. I mean, it's extraordinary. And so, obviously our guys know the history. They know how good this program is. And so we've worked extremely hard, to be in the situation, and really proud of the guys, how they competed, how they played, and how they were resilient for the end of that game.
How challenging was it coming into this weekend with limited knowledge, limited footage of this particular Aggies squad, and how did your players respond to that unusual situation?
We weren't for sure who all was going to play tonight, and credit their doctors and trainers for getting back some of their key guys out on the floor tonight. And so we had prepped a couple different ways, but really didn't know what to expect. They did a really good job throwing some wrinkles in there that we didn't anticipate, didn't see on any film. And so now we got 24 hours to make some adjustments and try to get better at things.
Yeah, even less than 24 hours. So just take me through what the next 21 hours or so will look like for both you and your coaching staff and the players. What are some of the key factors you all have to go through to be ready to go at 7 p.m. tip tomorrow?
It's not going to involve a lot of sleep. I'll tell you that. We've been fortunate enough to do this a few times, so we have a routine down. And biggest thing is the players getting off their legs, getting rest, and then coaches watching film and seeing what adjustments we can make to try to be better tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach. I appreciate your time, and we will see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place.
Sounds great.
Hopefully,
Thanks.
same result, too.
Thanks to head coach Bryce Drew and to Kate Longworth as well. It's great to have him come back out and really kind of put things into perspective for the Lopes. You mentioned the bigs, though, before we threw it down to the head coach, and Alessandro Laver. Took him a little while to kind of get things started, but as you mentioned, with that put the ball down on the floor there late, came up with some big buckets.
Yeah, he knocked down a couple threes in that first half. I think he fell in love with his jump shot, but I love the way he powered the ball to the basket late in that basketball game with it on the line, knowing his team needed a bucket. He went inside, and he had 14 points. I think he had 10 at the half. So he did score a whole lot of points in that second half, but boy, when the team needed him, that's when he came up big. He was playing with, this is the one that I thought was the most impressive of the game, is they had just gotten whistled for a charge earlier, but he didn't let that stop him from going back inside and knocking those down. And as you can see there, 1 point now, he's moved into third place on most points in program history, which is a big congratulations for him. That's huge.
Well, they said, as Coach Drew said, they need to get off their feet right now. It would be wonder what they'll face here tomorrow night, because the Aggies aren't going to go away quietly.
That's right. No party in Old Town tonight. We're going to save that one for get another victory on Saturday. You can party all you want to, but right now, get some rest, get some fluids in you, get off your feet, and get ready to do it again.
All right, let's revisit your 3 keys, brought to you by Sanderson Ford.
Yeah, small thing to a giant. I think you needed it tonight. Laver and Midgard, they weren't spectacular, but they were solid. 26 points to go along with those 11 rebounds and ball security. I think they did a good job taking care of the basketball tonight. Would have liked to see them do a little bit better job on their defensive glass. I thought they gave up too many defensive glasses. It's like if not, this is us. This is what it's all about. This Bryce Drew basketball team stayed together when they fell behind after having a 7-point advantage at halftime. They did not splinter, and it wasn't pretty, but they stuck with it, and they got the victory and sent a message not only to New Mexico State, but the rest of the Western Athletic Conference that this team is for real.
Yeah, free throws. Look at that, 25 of 33, while the Lopes went 11 of 12. Those are 11 big makes at the free throw line after not traveling there very often.
Yeah, and it's really surprising to see their points in the paint. 26-18 advantage considering it didn't seem like the Lopes were really getting that much inside through most of the basketball game. It was all the Aggies playing tips around the bucket, but they got those tips and they went to the free throw line instead of getting the points in the paint on some of the fouls that the Lopes had to commit. So maybe a little bit of a, not quite the same number, their points in the paint, but the assist.
Mm-hmm.
GCU, anytime they get close to that 20 assists in a game, they're tough to beat.
All right, that'll do it from here at GCU Arena tonight in game 1 of 2. As the Lopes are victorious over the New Mexico State Aggies tonight. Please join us again tomorrow, right here, 6:30, with the Lopes pregame show. But until then, for Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel. Wishing you a wonderful Friday night.